Mr. Worldwide, I'm self-made, I'm self-paid.
No song is sacred, but which song was butchered the worst? There's only one way to find out, and that's to listen to them all. No. No. Wait, if they're just gonna do that one singular part, what was even the point? It's just so unnecessary. I think this is the first song we're removing. That's because not only am I listening to all of these songs, I'm on a mission to find the absolute worst. And any song I think doesn't fit that standard is getting removed from the playlist until only one song remains. And if that doesn't tell you how high, or should I say low, the standards are this time around, it should. I kind of have a feel for the caliber of songs that we're gonna be hearing today. And let me just tell you, you are not prepared. A lot of them aren't even available on Spotify. So a lot of people seem to like this song. I think it's cringy as fucking awful. Already, just a few seconds in, he's sampling one of his older tracks. But I mean, you could hear the abracadabra beat in the background. I'm sorry, I think that this interpolation sucks. But as much as I personally do not like this song, I'm removing it because when I tell you, you're not ready for what's coming, and I want to limit the amount of songs that are in round 2. Only the worst get to stay. So let's set that bar.
Make the ops run. They put their hands up when I play my drum. I'm turning over a new leaf. It's all about keeping the peace.
This heavily samples the song Bad Day by Daniel Powder.
These songs be so fake. Had a bad day.
But instead, the lyrics are, I'm gonna come after my ops. It's an absolutely horrendous song. Coming from an artist who already had horrible songs, it's so bad, there's almost charm to it. And unlike the last video, I think that a lot of the songs that are gonna go far here are just gonna be so bad that they're funny, which is gonna make this a more enjoyable video to film. Without question, this one's moving on to the second round. I'm telling you, when Drake posted this on his Instagram story, I was blown away. Like, I didn't even entertain for a second the thought that this was real. I don't know who the fuck the main guy is. His voice is awful.
Oh, don't you be acting mean. Oh, it's what you do to me.
This is the kind of song where you hear it right away, and it's a classic. For all the wrong reasons.
Said he knows a man that slapped it, I'm so cheesed. It's just too smoky in these streets.
And it's also the fact that they just like completely ripped the instrumental. They didn't even like try to add anything to it, only to just say the worst shit imaginable with the same melody.
Oh, if you're trying to hit it, look on the TD, RBC, Scotiabank, RBC, CIBC.
He just fucking gave up on the melody. He just fucking ran and said, nope, not even trying. Bye. Oh, this is horrendous. Without even question, moving on to round 2.
Put your hands in the air.
So this is an absolute nothing of a song. It's almost even more pathetic when you're sampling yourselves.
If you wanna get down, put your hands in the air.
But you're sampling the member of the group that left you guys. It's just so funny that this happened.
Hands in the air.
The rest of the song just simply isn't worth caring about. It's gone.
Everybody say,
Put your drinks up high.
In my own personal headcanon, that's what they're sampling.
Now everybody, let's take a shot.
See, this video is gonna break me because I've specifically crafted it to where there isn't like a break. There isn't gonna be a song where I listen to it and I'm like, yo, this was actually good. It's all pain. All right, round 2.
let me see you put your hearts up.
Oh, I forgot to mention, this is an Ariana Grande song that samples the same exact song.
Sister is the time, back.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. And if it makes you feel better, Ariana Grande's on record saying that she hates this track too. People don't remember the fact that this was her debut single, okay? Victorious just came out. She was trying to get herself known. She made this abomination of a song, and that's how her music career started. So we're learning a little bit of lore today.
Maybe we can change the world.
Pushing positivity! Free Gunna!
Let me see you put
See, now I look like I'm doing the 303 thing. I'm just trying to do like a heart.
We can do anything if we try. Can't resurrect Gandhi. Can't resurrect Gandhi. Resurrect him, but if
Excuse me? What the fuck does Gandhi have to do with any of this shit? This song is god awful. Literally the only fucking reason I'm removing it is because that Pitbull song might just be a little bit worse. If you haven't heard this song, you'll never fucking guess what song this samples. Alright, do you have your guesses? Do you know what song that was? I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, huh, that sounds familiar, but I can't pinpoint it. Well, lucky for you.
Hey baby girl, what you doing tonight? I wanna see what you got in store.
This is 2023, but this is like so 2011 coded. And I'm sure that's intentional. This song has 145 million streams. So for some fucking reason, this thing is popular. So that's song number fucking 2 that's being sampled here. Or interpolated, sorry. All that shit's making it in the video. I'm not putting a distinction on it. This song has no reason to exist, but at the same time, as much as I hate myself for it, I can kind of understand the appeal to it. So I'll remove it for now.
you're not special, you're just a guy who I'll replace in 0 time. 99 boys like you go by.
This gives me serious Twinkle Twinkle Leah Kate vibes.
Guess I always kinda know that I was sleeping with a douchebag.
Why did you have to take this perfectly beautiful song that actually had pretty meaningful lyrics about war, if I remember correctly, and then you turned it into this shitty, oh, all these fucking boys suck. There's so many just like you. Like, I haven't heard 99 songs like you go by.
You're not special, you're just a guy who I'll
It's more upbeat now, so it's better. That's basically me saying that it's like a 2 out of 10 now instead of a 0.
99 boys like you go by.
Personally, I hate this song, but I have to remove it. I know what's coming, and at times like this, you just have to make the difficult decisions.
Lost my soul. Wanna be
Now, for those of you who are blissfully unaware, this may seem like just another normal Chainsmoker song to you. And to that I say, just wait, it's coming. We have fucking Willy Wonka in this song.
In a world of pure imagination.
What was the point? I think of like all of these songs, this one is probably the most like out of nowhere. But would you believe me? Would you believe me if I told you that this isn't even the worst Willy Wonka sample on this playlist?
Foreshadowing is a literary device in which
Come with me and you'll see a world of career stagnation. Bye-bye. I just want you to know, this was a hit song in the UK. 70 million streams. Oh, and everybody hates it.
The sun goes down, my Z comes up. Smoke a free vibe.
The sun goes down, the stars come out.
My mind is fucked, it will never be the same. I'm glad you came.
My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came.
This is the first drill song, but certainly not the last to do something like this. This one is particularly notable. It can stay.
Not the weekend, I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. Place a pledge,
So I just want to put this note out here right now in case somebody asks me later. If you submitted a song for this playlist that was already in the worst songs of all time playlist, I'm not featuring the same song twice. But I will tell you, these last 2 songs were added after I had recorded and made my video, And they're both samples or interpolations, so we're gonna be getting to those later. One of the songs that people suggested was I'm Good, Blue by David Guetta. And I said, you know what? I'm going to include these two because, in my opinion, they're worse. I'm Good is just the popular one.
I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna wait.
So this samples the Numa Numa song, of all things, and plot twist of the century, I'm removing it. It's worse than I'm Good, but I don't think it stands a shot.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
In my opinion, this is just more lazy than offensive. I mean, the song is borderline unlistenable because of this interpolation, but it's not so bad, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey, when I see you, I'ma push your shit back, boy. Chopper get to spitting through your set, we don't fight.
Okay, so the little secret here is that I sprinkle in just a handful of good songs here just to keep you on your toes, you know? If it's got a funny sample in it.
You know I'd walk 1,000 miles.
You can walk 1,000 miles and I still don't wanna see you.
It's on here. Every once in a while, you'll hear a sample. It'll be so funny. It'll give you a bit of joy.
I'ma shoot this bitch when I motherfucking see you.
For that reason, it's not moving on. But I had to mention it, you know?
Try it, lick it, spit it, pull it to the side and get all up in it.
So this interpolation of Technologic by Daft Punk is horrifying. I'm only removing it because this next song exists.
I could feel it, zip and zip it. I could feel it, zip and zip it. Rip it, snap it, work it.
We got exclusively Coil Ray for the next 3 songs, so buckle up, people. And also, it's the worst Daft Punk song. Why pick this one?
Babe, I could feel it, zip and zip it.
Daft Punk Gone Wrong, Gone Sexual, 2024. It's moving on.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet is stomping. Tell these bitches they ain't fucking with me. You really wanna test me?
With this one, I can at least understand how people could vibe to it. The other one, there's no way.
Players too. Yeah.
I wasn't going to include this one if someone didn't suggest it, but somebody did. I want you to listen to this song here and tell me, honestly, do you think that this song is worse than that one? Because the answer is a big fat no.
Living room whipping the bone and ain't leaving till 6 in the morning.
I just want to know whose idea this was. This is just so out of absolutely nowhere. My mind can't even properly comprehend it. It's moving on.
Two-sided going crazy.
Okay, is anyone else gonna get this? Did anyone else play the world's hardest game? Because if you didn't, this might mean nothing to you. Don't mind my comment. I mean, honestly, that's how I found out about its existence. Let me just be real with you.
This ain't all for me. I ain't bringing it hell.
The problem is that the resulting song just sounds like some boring Yeet clone. Okay, so some context for this one. Nicki Minaj was promoting the album and everyone was so excited because there was going to be a song with a Billie Eilish feature. That's incredible. And not only was it just some lazy fucking sample, she did nothing with it.
But nothing ever stops you.
Like, if I wanted to listen to this, I would just listen to the original song.
You never got the meat popper.
And by the time Nicki even comes on the track, it's already been almost a minute. This one is belated. It doesn't care. It's just saying, hey, you like Gangster's Paradise? Boy, if we got something for you.
You better run and hide, baby. I know where you were last night.
It's a no from me.
So I'm lighting up the sky, setting fire to your paradise.
The song is the testament to just because you can doesn't mean you should.
You've been messing with her, don't mess with me.
That this is garbage. This moves on without even a second thought.
Everything's perfect here and the sun is shining. I got a bad feeling about you.
And I got a bad feeling that this is gonna go far. Holy shoot.
I've got a perfect puzzle for you.
You know what's even worse about this? This dude made a bajillion TikToks promoting this. He released it on the same day as the Wonka movie to try to shamelessly tie it into that. And it hurts Because it worked. I mean, this song has 69 million streams. Round 2 without a question. Oh, just so you know, the next 2 songs both sample Stand by Eminem. You know, after I made the last video, a lot of you said that I deserved a break. And you're correct. You wanna know what I did? I went on a road trip across the country. And I was happy. And I was in the middle of editing that video. It was gonna be the next video I was gonna put out. And I had a smile on my face. And then I said, you know what? You know what I should do instead? You know what I need to be doing right now for this YouTube channel? And folks, the video you're watching right now, that's how it was created. Reminds me that it's not so bad, it's not so... So unfortunately in this case, I have to choose between one of these two. One of them has to be worse than the other. So let's compare this to the Jason Derulo song.
My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. You can't lie. When love sucks, it sucks, then it's not so bad. My tea's gone.
I have to give the slight edge to the Ray Shremmerd song, but please, don't be mistaken. That song is like basically a 0. Like I said earlier, I put a few good songs on this playlist, and I did it for a reason. This should be a garbage single. It has every reason to be. It has the shooting star meme as the drop and the intro. So why is it a good song? Because they actually tried. All of the original elements elevate the sample. It's still not a good sample. I don't understand it. It's the worst part of the song. But the song is just such a good time that you're willing to overlook it.
Whatever, we were never good together.
Now, Ava Max has been known for using samples pretty much her own career. But when this song was teased, people started turning against it. The Shakira sample is just completely unneeded in this track, and it comes off as just a lazy cash grab in the same way that I'm sure I'm Blue did to a lot of you. But just like I'm Blue, I believe that both artists have worse examples of horrible samples. This might be the more popular one to hate, but I'm gonna personally disagree. I understand hating this though, okay? I'm not judging.
Not your Barbie girl, I'm living in my own world.
Alright, so what's this? Believe it or not, this was not on the Barbie soundtrack. I know. This song came out in 2018 and was one of her first singles, right around the time Sweet But Psycho came out. This is basically flipping Barbie Girl and turning it into a female empowerment anthem in one of the cringiest ways possible.
You can't touch me there, you can't touch my body.
Basically, doing the same thing that My Body by Coi Leray did.
Pull up to that dream house, God gate hills now.
Random trap breakdown.
I'm my own boss, I'm reminding you often.
In my opinion, this is the worst Ava Max song. Comparisons can be made to Mother by Meghan Trainor. I'm just saying it has all the bad elements there. And for that reason, it's staying here. Oh yeah, and that. So this song samples Chief Keef and Gautier.
I don't wanna lose my mind.
Would you believe me if I told you this isn't the last song to feature somebody I used to know on this playlist? There's 2 more. The first of which you're gonna hear right now.
The move, so how the fuck when you see me you gon' shoot? I don't know, like him in the booth, he say.
I'm not even gonna pretend like I understand the appeal to this. Alright, this moves on.
Who else got an ass like this? Who else throwing egg like this?
Isn't that Crazy in Love by Beyonce in the background?
Yes. Yeah, I know you like my booty, 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 booty.
And they turned it into a song about ass.
I picture laundry, booty, 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 bootylicious.
This is moving on to round 2. Oh, if you're not aware of this song, well, now you are. See, I pride myself in being able to find obscure stuff like this. So what this song basically is is somebody wrote a song lamenting about the wonderful, nostalgic year of 2016, and to make that point, he basically said, look at all these amazing Chainsmokers songs, but I'm older now, and life sucks now, but wasn't it so great back in 2016? And then the song is filled with all of these samples to the Chainsmokers' biggest hits. And guys, you just have to hear this, okay? Because I feel like you guys are really gonna appreciate this as much as I do, you know?
Hey Drew, you lied when you said that we weren't ever getting older. We ain't ever getting older. But by 2021 I thought I'd be driving a Rover in the backseat of your Rover. Guess what? I'm older now. Gained 20 pounds and I'm a real chain smoker now.
Notice the Don't Let Me Down instrumentation. A lot of effort was put into this. This guy has talent.
God, if I could go back to 2016, I'd never come back. Singing Don't Let Me Down when we go out.
Don't let me down.
If I could take this in a shot right now.
If I could take this in a shot right now.
Fires and riots and fits of crying. We could have been staying in Paris, but we were locked in, living with my parents.
We were staying in Paris to get away from your parents.
Trying to move out and thinking we let them down, down, down. 2016, I'd never come back.
Look, this song is for everybody who hates AJR and said to themselves, what if some random person took those concepts and instead of saying, I grew up on Disney, they said, I grew up on the Chainsmokers. Nobody asked for it, but it exists anyway. And isn't that a beautiful thing? Isn't that wonderful? Don't you just love that? I love that. Don't you? It's moving on.
You my little boo thing, so I'll give a hoot what you do say, girl, I know.
This song is absolute garbage to me. It's gonna be on the worst hit songs of 2024 list. This feels like it belongs back in 2015. This is just played out. This is tired. The song is less than 2 minutes long.
Got the best of
And they don't even try to hide the sample. They're just like, yeah, it's here. Yeah, it's lazy. We're rehashing it. So what? I just hate the fact that this succeeded. You'll see there aren't a lot of hit songs here because I found stuff that was worse than the hit songs. This is the exception.
He like that move it. Watch how I move it.
Anybody remember Madagascar?
I like to move it.
Is there no shame? Have we gotten rid of shame?
Phenomenon 5 minutes for
I can't just keep moving these through. Okay, no matter what the next song is, I'm getting rid of it. This has gone too far. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me.
Come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly.
Okay, the next song. The next song after this is Going. It's a lazy sample, but it's noticeably better than these other ones. I'm not gonna scare you like that. Like I said, you know, there's a handful of good songs here. This might just be one of them. I still think, unpopular opinion, this is not one of her best songs. It was a worrying sign of things to come. The final song winds up being okay despite all of that, but I can't overlook it.
I sold my soul for chrome while mixed with calm.
This is for all the people who said that Blue should be on here. Well, I've got something for you. I got a little treat. Now for this next song, I have to provide some important context here. Both of these people had originally made a song that sampled Blue by Eiffel 65. This song, I believe, is in Italian, correct me if I'm wrong, and it's called Auto Blue. And then some say is a song by an artist called Nia.
Some say you will love me one day, and I will wait.
So what happened is the guy who made the Auto Blue song said, hey, well, I noticed that you sampled this song too. Wanna be on the remix? We can make this like nice little cool moment. And I cannot believe that this exists. And you know what? I love the fact that it does. They came together over their use of the same sample and said, you know what? let's do something with this. As you can see, they pitched up her vocals, presumably to keep it in the same key, or because they like how it sounded, I don't know. That was sample 1 of I'm Blue. Let's go to sample 2 of I'm Blue. So what you're hearing is this Nia person writing and recording new lyrics specifically for this remix of this other song that samples Blue.
Watch me hanging in the front seat windows down in Lotto Blue.
Anybody who is saying at this point that I'm Blue by David Guetta should be here, I think I have successfully found something worse than it, okay? It takes effort to find this stuff, believe me. Oh, and there's another one. But no, the David Guetta song is so bad, guys. Did y'all just forget about this?
My lips like sugar, my lips like sugar.
See, the problem is I actually quite like the chorus. The I'm Blue sample is just garbage. I guess I have to remove this one too. Alright, what's next? I'm sure you can see. Gangnam Style. You're not reading that wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, this is shit, hey.
It's like somebody outside and shot at.
I'm convinced at this point that these people just want attention, and I don't want to give it to them. But they'll literally just rap over everything and anything if it means that they don't have to create something of their own. That was just a collection of a bunch of early 2000s songs.
Hold up, if you wanna go and take a ride with me, better hit me, baby, one more time.
None of which were even released in the year 2002. And they just come one after the other, and boom, that's the chorus.
Young, dumb, stupid, you're too kidding.
So this is Frere Jacques. It's like a childhood thing. That chorus is, it's really, really bad. So this seems like your typical EDM song, maybe with some dubstep elements in there, but just wait.
It's me, hi, I'm the road.
Shut the fuck up!
Misogyny, anybody? Misogyny? Hello? HR? I have to imagine that he thought this was so cool and so fun to just take a Taylor Swift song and be like, shut the fuck up! And the rest of the song sounds like that. But as baffling as it is, I have to remove it for one simple reason. It takes up like 5 seconds of the song, okay? The rest is just a very uninteresting EDM song.
Complicated speaker, bro.
If you listen to enough of these back to back, you're sure to go insane.
And in my bed I toss and turn cause I can sleep when I'm thinking about you. I really know this shit just complicated.
Alright, I want to move this one on, but there's a Steve Aoki song sampling this and there can only be one.
Why do I go make things so complicated? Honestly, and promise me I'm never gonna find you faking.
This might just be worse. I mean, it takes more of the song.
You tried to be cool, you look like a fool to me.
If you haven't noticed, the theme of this whole thing is that I was so shocked from the last video, I almost don't even care anymore. And that's probably gonna be bad for the video. I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of comments being like, wow, you don't seem like, you know, you're not as funny, you're not as... I'm really sorry, guys. I'm still mentally recovering, okay? The things I do for you guys.
Scrolling through the pictures, feeding my addiction, sick of all the fake love.
Hey, anyone remember Kiara?
I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell, I know right now.
I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell.
This isn't worse than Complicated. Complicated was worse than this.
To be.
Like, I can see what they're going for here. It doesn't offend me as much.
Say my name, ain't gotta say I love you.
Say my name.
Just because I fucked you, you know I'll take
Oh,
it.
God!
If no one is around you, say baby I love you.
She said she love your hair, you told her eat a dick.
Excuse me? No, you better stop it. This is not funny. I think I'll go insane.
Ain't gotta be my lady for me to hit it daily.
Alright, well, this is moving on to round 2.
You don't love me like you ain't loved nobody before. I'ma do it
So far, standard, upbeat, pop EDM song of the early 2010s. So apparently this is a sample of Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. I would not have known that if somebody didn't recommend this to me, but now I can't unhear it. So thank you for that. It's undeniable. I don't know how I didn't realize this.
Too nice, too clean, too white, too green.
Oh, she's rapping.
Little haters, big dreams. I don't care what you think about me.
Kurt Cobain is... I'm not gonna go there. The point is, I got 4 of these, because of course I do, and this ain't the worst one, okay?
You'd steal the food right out my mouth.
So this one, I completely forgot about. I'll be completely honest. But then I re-listened to the song, because somebody suggested it, and I was like, oh!
Kurt Cobain did it to myself.
Wait a second.
And we all just entertainers. Doing all now. Entertainers.
I'm sorry, but that line is pretty, like, insensitive. And then to follow that up with a sample of his biggest hit, like, ugh.
We all just entertainers.
And again, it's only this one moment in this otherwise fine song, but thank you for reminding me of that.
Load up on guns, bring your friends. Oh no, I know a dirty word. With the lights out, is this dangerous?
I'm sorry, this is just so funny to me.
A mosquito, might I be you?
Look, when I said that no song is sacred, this is exactly what I meant. You probably didn't go into this video thinking that Smells Like Teen Spirit would be featured 3 times in a row. But that's just the nature of what we're dealing with, and it's beautiful. I love it. This one moves on. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something that I've never done before. I'm moving the song onto round 2 without even hearing it, because I don't have to hear it. It's a song called Me. It's getting the golden ticket.
Bang, bang, na 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 na. Oh my god, think I'm in trouble.
So this sample's Crazy Frog. And don't come at me with that technicality. Well, actually, Crazy Frog sample, I know. But this is the Crazy Frog song, okay? We have to put this up against the other Crazy Frog sample on this playlist.
Looking like I'll be all my girls in the Rari.
The Rita Ora song is worse.
All I want touching my body is that bling bling.
So this is getting removed. All right, now we got 2 songs in a row that sample Africa by Toto. We got Pitbull and we got Jason Derulo.
Overlooked, stepped on, left for dead. Always against all odds, like Pac said.
Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you.
Gotta take a lot to drag me away from you.
I'm sure that you all forgot that this existed, right? But I didn't. I could never. This song was the moment where Pitbull fell off, where people said, nope, we're done. We don't want this anymore. Goodbye. It moves on without a question.
It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you.
But this Jason Derulo song is gonna give it a bit of a challenge.
Just like the rain down in Africa.
If that Pitbull song wasn't so bad, maybe this would have a chance. But unfortunately, it doesn't. Guys, a 3rd Africa sample has hit the playlist. Oh, they didn't even try. At least with the other ones, they like really incorporate it into the song. This one, it's just there. No rhyme, no reason. Just, there's Africa.
I don't mind you making other plans.
I have to move this one on too.
3 little birds sat on my window.
When the song first came out, I didn't realize that it was like a cover. Then I found the original song.
3 little birds sat on my window.
It was made by a black woman. I'm sure there's discourse about that. It might even be more popular than the original song. I even think the guy who made it made some kind of statement about all that. On a normal day, I would be absolutely appalled by this, but on this playlist, it's just another Tuesday.
You don't even have to try.
Hey, I never said it was good, okay?
She looks like sex, maybe not yet, but don't fret.
So, Ray William Johnson, he sampled a recent Mike Posner single
She looks like sex, 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 sex.
called She Looks Like S3X. Don't know why it's spelled like that. Like the dude didn't make a song called My Balls, but okay. He takes that already abysmal song.
That ass makes me wanna ooh. That ass makes me wanna ooh.
The song that basically ended his career in the mainstream until I Took a Pill in Ibiza came and resurrected it. And he somehow made it worse.
Sex, sex.
Mike Posner on the refrain, cause you know beer goggles are a hell of a thing.
She looks like sex, 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 sex.
So they already took this misogynistic song and they said, hey, I can top that. I can say, well, these girls, they look terrible, but with alcohol, you know, maybe they might look fuckable. And I get that it's kind of like his thing on Your Favorite Martian, but it doesn't make the song less ass. Round 2 it is.
Are you ready for it? Are you 22?
This is literally a child.
Maybe shake it off and look at what you made me do.
But she just lists off Taylor Swift songs, one after another.
Birds fly 15, can I get a cruise on the...
I was almost about to say, you know what, she's a child, let's excuse this, but then they just kept coming, and I said to myself, no, I can't do it. Hey, look, it's Kygo, butchering a Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney track.
Say, say, say what you want on the phone. I'm waiting for you.
And despite how bad that was, Kygo does this sort of thing often, and I think I found one that's worse than this. Oh, it's just so bad. How are the vocals so bad? Is that the original vocal recording, or did he get her to re-record this? The EDM drop just does not fit here.
Somebody pass me a Budweiser cold.
In case you forgot that this song is sponsored and only exists as a shameless advertising, well, there you go.
Rule the world, I can't hold you. Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants.
Yeah, this was a huge mistake from Lil Baby. I do not know what he was thinking with this. I hope he got a good paycheck.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I got the horses in the back, and it's mad black.
Alright, well that's enough for me. Don't worry, we'll be hearing that around 2.
You like the way I look. You like what's in my head.
I see a concerningly few amount of people talk about how this is one of the worst songs of all time.
I wanna get you in your birthday suit. Who's gonna be the first to make a move?
This is supposedly the Super Mario theme. There's an earlier version of the song that leaked that confirms this.
I wanna get you in your birthday suit. Who's gonna be the first to make a move?
The sample wasn't officially cleared, so they just had to hope that nobody realized that they basically stole it.
Goddamn, baby. Goddamn.
I'm sorry, I want to know who the person is that listens to this and says that this is fine while trashing on Game Over by Falling in Reverse, because these two songs are on the same level to me. This version here is the one I'm gonna keep. I got another 40 of these songs that aren't even available on Spotify, so I'm just saying, you know, a lot of people didn't exactly get their samples cleared, but I still heard the songs anyway.
Deep in the spot. A nigga telling on.
So this song absolutely blew up, and I can kind of understand why, right? A lot of people think that this went hard, and I can hear it a bit. The rest of this is basically just doing the First Class by Jack Harlow thing of trying to make clever puns regarding the lyrics.
All these bitches on my. Spent another bag on my.
Now, it's not as bad as Are You Gone Already, which is why it's getting removed here, but it is still worth the inclusion.
Step up in the party like my name was that bitch. Haters, you could kill yourself.
So this samples Video Killed the Radio Star by the Bugles. That song is noteworthy for being the debut song on MTV. And this song also has a legacy, but it's not a good legacy.
Roll up to the party with my crazy pink wig.
Dumb as they can't touch.
And guess what? It's my list, so the Shane Dawson song counts.
Check it out.
And I mean it when I say that this is probably one of Nicki's worst songs.
I had the time of my life. Had the time of my life. And I owe it all to you.
They take the sample, and then they just do something really weird with it at the end.
And I owe it all to you.
3 out of 10. Oh, I bet you didn't remember this one. This is pre-baby Justin Bieber.
My friends say I'm a fool to think that you're the one for me. With me, girl, is where you belong. Love me, say that you love me.
Love me, say that you love me.
Kiss me, say that you miss me.
See, I've told people, like in real life, that this exists, and they're always like, really? I don't think it's that offensive. But I have to refresh your memory, okay? We're compiling them all.
This the real Sprite? Is this just fan fiction?
I don't feel like rewarding this today. You heard 15 seconds, you heard the whole thing. Just a bunch of teenagers basically thinking that they're being funny, putting no effort at all into this. It was made by an adult. There was effort put into it, and it charted on Billboard. Folks.
Catch me outside, how about that? Catch me outside, how about that? Catch me outside, how about that?
Somebody explain to me how and why.
Yeah, and if you're sexy and you know it, say oh yeah.
I mentioned before that this is the worst Pitbull song. It absolutely is. Let's see how far it goes. I play this because a lot of people might say, oh, do Feel This Moment by Pitbull and Christina Aguilera.
Ask for money and get advice. Miss Worldwide.
I just wanna feel this moment.
Listen to something for the DJs on your own time. This isn't as bad. Oh, we got, oh no!
Baby, I don't deserve it, but I'll give you all I got enough.
How are you making the Pitbull song look like a masterpiece? How are you doing that? You're doing it. I just want to know what's your secret. These next two songs are both the newest songs added to the Worst Songs Ever playlist, and they're both samples or interpolations. Apparently this is from the Rugrats movie. Had this have been in the first video, this would have made it pretty far. It's a worthy inclusion to the playlist. I would genuinely rather listen to the album than the Chipmunks version. All right, now what is this? 303 on the Almost Alice in Wonderland soundtrack.
Take me out of here, it makes me
Crazy, you don't have to worry. Nah.
Yeah, this is the worst 303 song I've heard. And I've heard them all. I mean, they made this sound way too childish. And if I'm not mistaken, this charted on Billboard.
Gentlemen and ladies, animals and babies, we sing na. So follow me.
I mean, that melody is like a children's taunt. Like, don't they purposefully sing it to annoy other people? If you're trying to entice people to go down the rabbit hole, this is the wrong way to do it. This next song is called Stalking You.
I feel like I'm stalking you. That's why I'm watching your snaps. I'm stuck on your Instagram.
Well, this is officially one of the worst songs I've ever heard.
Girl, I don't even follow you. I feel like I'm stalking you.
I'm so invested in this train wreck that I don't even care that I haven't heard the sample yet. I'm sure it's coming.
I can't keep making up stories.
Oh my god, it's Maroon 5.
This love has taken its toll on me.
She said goodbye and left me in the cold.
It's This Love by Maroon 5.
She said goodbye too many times before.
This is going far.
Do you ever think about stalking me? Cause I do, just in case you've been wondering.
Hello? Can somebody order a restraining order, please? Again, another Maroon 5 song.
Moving like Jagger, here pull by the door right after.
Alright, round 2 it is.
Ain't nobody fucking with me. first degree murder. You can get your degree, motherfucker. And young money, motherfucker, yeah, we that shit.
For how blatant and jarring that sample is, Lil Wayne actually delivers his verses better than expected. You know what? It's not that bad.
I can't believe my eyes. You have the thickest thighs.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies.
Never do that again.
Nothing like them other guys. And she don't believe my lies.
This is beyond parody. If you were to make fun of these people, you would make something that sounds like this.
She says she knows about mans like me.
Yeah, I'm in disbelief.
How come she call me daddy? Never met her mom.
All right, round two.
And I'm pussy thinking little like a skittle.
Go, you're there.
And I've been so cool up in my stuff. Didn't really see your love, but now I know.
My mama don't like you, she is such a snitch. And I've been telling everyone I can keep it going on. Now I know that girl is such a hoe. We haven't even eliminated that many songs, and that's the scary thing.
Oh, for you, I would have done whatever.
Oh, for you, I would have done whatever.
And I just can't believe we ain't together.
And I just can't believe we ain't together.
No. No.
And I wanna play cool while I'm losing you.
And I wanna play cool, but I'm losing you.
I'll buy you anything.
I'll buy you anything.
How much do you want to bet that he's gonna do the when I was 13, I had my first love?
I'll buy you any ring. You think I'm stupid, bitch, now you really a dog. Nah, I'ma just focus on me and that's rapping and shit.
I mean, it's too bad the rest of the song is just purely mediocre. We're in desperate times. This is getting cut.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Everything's gonna be alright.
Wait, that sounds like Melody Martinez. I know it's not, but just the idea of Melody Martinez singing Mockingbird by Eminem.
Stiffen that I pull it up, little lady. I told you, not here right now, and we don't know why. Now hush, little baby, don't you cry. Everything's gonna
Well, this is a contender.
That's so ratchet. Let's go take some shots.
So in case you weren't aware, this samples Selfie by the Chainsmokers.
The one next to the girl with no shoes on, that's so ratchet. That girl is such a fake. Who goes out on Mondays? Okay, let's go take some shots. Oh no.
So somebody heard that, was like, yeah, I like the Valley girl talking. Let's do that, but make it worse.
She a little ratchet. But I'm still gonna smash it. Long hair.
So I almost feel bad because this guy has like 160 monthly listeners. What a horrible hook.
We act tonight to let it all go. First one's there and the last one's home. Do all the things we said that we won't. Couldn't care less when the beat goes on. We act tonight to let it all.
They sampled fucking Cotton Eye Joe.
Watching down on me.
So this song was a viewer submission. This person has 10 monthly listeners. I'm not familiar with the original song. You sent it to me. I checked it out. This just doesn't leave that much of an impression on me, and that's just me being completely honest.
She was the girl next door. That's my finest neighbor.
This is terrible. The counterpoint, though, is have you listened to all of these songs? People, I think, are severely underestimating the quality or the lack of quality that's being featured today. So a song like this, which in my opinion is like a 3 out of 10, it gets removed. This is terrible in concept alone, which means that I don't even have to listen to it. It's moving on to round 2. This is the second song of the playlist where I've just given up and I've said, listen, I don't have to hear it. It's gonna move on. We're gonna hear it in round 2 when the real contention begins. I don't see the purpose of this. This is complete garbage. This might just be worse than the other David Guetta songs here, but the caliber of what we're dealing with is too high.
Stop playing with them, Riot. I fuck all them bitches, you swear I be tripping like.
I very much don't like this. This is like a 2.4 out of 10, but I'm still removing it.
Hot box in the beat like, give me a light. Fat ass so the pants fit tight. Yeah. Man, I'm
This samples the Sean Paul song, right?
I'm as poopy like I need a diaper. Watch him out cause my bitch get scrappy.
Yep, this is worse.
Please don't ask again. Who's up in the van?
I am the glub glub gab galab, the schwabble dabble wabble gabble blah 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 blah.
Okay, I remember hearing this for the first time and just being so confused. First of all, that he even knows what that is. Second of all, why that's just tacked on to the end of the song. But I will say, I'm removing it for one simple reason. If we're talking purely about the sample, you could just ignore that, cut 5 seconds off of the song, and boom. It's just an average Kanye West song.
I'm looking for a man in finance. Trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes.
I stand corrected. This is the worst David Guetta song because what the actual fuck is this shit? The single cover says, did I just write the song of the summer? No, you didn't. I mean, this is lazy for even 2024 David Guetta standards. I mean, this is just a glorified mashup and it's not even a good one.
I'm looking for a man in finance with trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes.
Popping bottles in the ice like a blizzard.
I mean, this just reminds me of Selfie more than anything.
Finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes.
I have no respect for this at all. This is a 0.
I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive.
So this is another one that I got a lot of requests for to put it in this video. And I totally see it. It fits. But I think like this one was successful for a reason. I don't think it's as offensive as some of the stuff that I've heard. It's not worthy of being in round 2.
Parade in the streets, yeah.
I mean, it's mostly just a generic Drake song. These are a dime a dozen. This is the musical equivalent of slop.
Harry Potter, Twilight, Michael Jackson dies, nuclear accident.
This is just a random list of things that happened in the past like 20 years. Look, I didn't even like the original song, but this is offensive. I salute you for finding this. This is why I'm glad I put out the community post. It's stuff like this that I just never would have came across.
It's just too little too late. Hey, who? Gotta do better than that. Hey, who?
The yodel sample ain't it at all. It's moving on.
Back against the wall, middle fingers in the air. Busting through the crowd, they gon' feel me now.
We the best
Jackson, for real. Deal that means I'll make you cry.
Straight shooter from the hip, yeah, we have it.
Oh, this is abysmal. Unfortunately, I've got to make cuts, and this is one of them, but a very good suggestion. I guess my real question is, what did DJ Khaled do in this song, besides shout his name? That's a trick question, by the way. The answer is nothing.
Jason Derulo.
That it's all for the best. That you only meant well, of course you did.
Maybe it's nostalgia speaking. I kind of like this song. I know, the Emojin Heap. That song is amazing. It was also pretty much just like an a cappella vocoder. This turned it into something.
Only last June when her old man ran away.
When I asked for requests, I'm very happy that I got them. But these two right here, I don't really have an attachment to the original songs. So when I hear this just sounds like a standard piano ballad. Maybe if you did know the original, I could see how this could be offensive to people, but I just personally, this is just a me thing. Personally, I just don't feel that strongly about this one.
1,000 years ago,
This one's 7 minutes long.
and all the evils in this town.
So I don't need any context to know that this sounds horrible.
Somebody sins the woman, Jesus died. Somebody sins.
This is a travesty.
Funny rumors fly, and I know you heard of.
When this song came out, I saw a lot of praise for it, and I never understood it.
Crying, perfect storms, like a night on the table turn.
It does not fit. It moves on.
Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est?
This is awful and completely ignores the tone of the original song.
Run, 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 run.
That being said, I have to listen to the other two songs because only one of them is staying on here.
A place where nobody knows.
This one just isn't as memorable to me, to be honest. I mean, they're trying something new here, and I'm sure original fans of the Talking Heads are not gonna like that. It's almost okay.
In a beautiful house with a beautiful wife.
I'm definitely getting rid of the last two. I'm keeping Psycho Killer by Miley Cyrus on here because Plastic Hearts was a great album that showed a lot of promise from her. And then she follows it up with this. That's gotta hurt.
Soldier boy up in the zone. Watch me crank and watch me roll. It's your Calvary kids. And we gotta do something else.
Wow. That is one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life.
Haters get mad cause I got me some poison.
So we're already a minute in and it's moving on. That is your torture.
Beautiful naked big titted women just don't fall out of the sky, you know?
Yeah, this is definitely one of the strangest choices for a sample. I will say though, it is one of the most memorable parts of the album. That's gotta count for something, right?
And beautiful big titty but naked women just don't fall out the sky, you know?
And the crazy thing is he just keeps going on about this. Like, this takes up like a good quarter of the song.
Beautiful big titty but naked women just...
I mean, maybe if he said it once or twice, you know, this could have been eliminated, but just the fact that it keeps going, for that alone, it's gotta move on to round two. I know some of you love this song. I know that there's like ironic enjoyment to be had about the fact that he rickrolled everybody. Personally, I never liked this song.
Never take a L no more. Never take a damn thing slow.
Don't worry, I'm still removing it. It's not moving on. I'm just letting you know it's a 2 out of 10.
We are the crowd. We're coming out.
Okay, so I'm someone who really likes that Lady Gaga song, and just the idea to needlessly turn this into an emo song for no reason, and the fact that it blew up on TikTok, I always thought it sucked.
I'm your biggest fan. I'll follow you until you.
I'm your biggest fan. I'll follow you until you love me.
This also is just like a lot less upbeat as well. I mean, there's many things wrong with this. It's moving on to round two. Oh yeah, this is just a shameless like remix of the original Pump It. I don't know why this was added to his album. I would say that the crimes of this song are more so that it doesn't need to exist and that it shouldn't, more than its actual quality or lack thereof. So for that reason alone, it's gone.
When I was a young boy, my father.
Already, I know there's people screaming right now by the concept of this. Unlike those people, I'm gonna judge this purely on the merit of what the remix is. But just know, I'm aware that this is hated.
Will you defeat them, your demons? When I was a young boy,
Ah! Oh no. Oh, this is awful. It just keeps going! Okay. Unfortunately, it was as bad as y'all said it was. The parade's over. Everybody went home. Guys, we're due for a 20th anniversary remix not that long from now, okay? And whoever's job it is to make that, they've got to do a better job than this. So the question you're probably asking right now is, what is this? Why is this here? At some point in the second half of this song, something is going to change. And now I want to ask you if you notice it. Just guess what they're gonna put at the second half of this track. No, that wasn't it, but we're getting there. There was a bunch of noise. They sampled the Angry Birds theme song and added that to the noise. Really not much to say about that. You just have to listen to it.
Oh, say, can you see my people pray?
Everybody stand up.
We don't need strife, cause we got bright stars.
The only reason I'm deleting it here is because that doesn't really happen until like the end of the song. Maybe if I listened to the full album, there'd be context, whatever.
I don't wanna be alive, I just wanna die today. I'm praying for somebody to save me, no one's heroic. Yeah, my life don't even
matter. Let's talk about suicide!
I don't wanna be alive, I just wanna die.
Put your hands in the air!
I don't wanna be alive.
Yeah! Yeah! Dance in the club! Whoa! Oh, 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah! On the floor, let my bodies hit the floor.
I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate?
I feel like in this context, the who can relate woo is just 1,000 times worse. I don't want to say funnier because it feels wrong to say that. I discovered that this existed years ago and I just felt like I had to tell somebody about it. People had to know about this. I couldn't be the only one.
I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive.
At this point in the song, this is okay, but earlier, maybe no.
You don't gotta die today. You don't gotta die. It feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? Whoa.
I have to move this on. I have. Just the idea that you would make a workout remix to a song about suicide. Part about staying alive, like maybe that motivates you to work out, but you just gotta get through that first minute. So a lot of you may have noticed that I'm being a little liberal with my definition of samples, and I don't care, okay? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. Like, that's a thing. That's a well-established thing. We all know that that's what he sampled here. And we all know that it's garbage.
She's indecisive. She can't decide.
And we all know that that line is just repeated unnecessarily. Bum, 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 bum.
You can't make up your mind, 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 mind. Shawty is a eeny, meeny, miny, mo lover.
Alright, who am I gonna fuck today? You, no, not you, no, here, you. Kind of like a fucked up thing to say about women. You pick your sexual partners at random. That explains why you don't want to be with me anymore. But despite all of these obvious flaws, I liked this song as a kid, okay? I recognize that it's not that great growing up, but I used to like it. And you know what? I could still vibe to this.
Let me show you what you're missing. Paradise.
Brad, if you're watching, that's the missing Justin Bieber part.
Can't make up your mind, 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 mind. I wish our hearts could come together as one.
You guys just have to trust that this went hard in 2010, okay?
If she holla, let her go.
I'm sorry, you had to have been there, okay?
Breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles.
Bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens.
Lashes and diamonds, ATM machines.
Brown paper packages tied up with strings.
Buy myself all of my favorite things.
You guys remember The Sound of Music?
These are a few of my favorite things.
I'll tell you a little secret. One of my favorite things, it's not this song. I hate the song for many reasons, including its shameless materialism. And the sample's not great either. Just understand that. We're dealing with some songs here today.
Dance the night away. We still young and you're just not the one.
I don't wanna dance, you. There was Brenda, Letitia, Lisa.
Somebody needs to study what's been going on in the UK. This trend is extremely prevalent, and dare I say, this is one of the better examples. And I really mean it. You're gonna hear some of these later on. It's weird because I feel like a lot of people forgot about that J-Lo song.
Dance the night away, live your life and stay young on the floor.
Let's dance, girl. Let's get down tonight. It's the Lex, ain't got no car.
This is a perfectly fine sounding song.
The club and they on my tight. I'll take you to my hotel. I'll just give you my room key.
There it is. So basically, they just completely destroy the momentum of the entire song just to fit that little 5 to 10 second segment in there.
And you can take your girlfriend, cause she looks like a groupie. Ooh-wee.
Just the fact that it's so jarring compared to the rest of the song warrants some kind of mention. But overall, I can't move this on. 5 seconds in, and we have lots of opinions. We got Tyga, the infamous Pop Champagne. 27,000 streams. Seems like people aren't aware of this yet. Well, now you are. And spoiler alert, later in this video, we may or may not have Drake himself do one of these.
You ain't fucking with us. Stop trying.
It's shockingly awful.
Oh, supermodel, baby, no. What have you done? You might look like you nowhere.
So So this is back at the very beginning of Tyga's career. I think before he blew up. I don't know if the Bedrock song came out before or after this, but I think it was like right around this time. I mean, this was released under Young Money.
Man on tour, I'm in a bank daily. If you see me in a club, probably cause they pay me.
All I'm gonna say is that even though this album is free, you're still paying way too much for it. Like, I'm sorry, this is worse than Pop Champagne. They took Pop Champagne, they stole it, and they said, let's just recreate the song, but somehow make this abomination into an even worse abomination. It's a miracle. And as you've noticed, the track has descended to pure chaos. That's round 2 without even a question.
She's sexy and she know it. You know I'm a dope. Now I'm ducking the D's cause I gotta get low.
So as I've proven in this video many times already, these people will sample anything. I'm removing this other song. If by the end of this video, you don't think creativity is long gone, then I didn't do a good enough job. This is a problem that's gone too far. I feel like this is the moment where I finally come and I've said, all right, enough. I'm going to show you what I've been talking about for the past few years so that you can finally understand, as much as I do, why this is my least favorite trend in music.
I'm lovely.
So I'm kind of cheating here with this one because I don't think this technically samples anything. This is just a song with the McDonald's jingle. Supposedly this is the origin of the McDonald's jingle, but in my eyes, this is a song that samples the McDonald's jingle.
Don't you love it too?
Sorry, I make the rules. It's my video. That being said, by the basis that this should really be disqualified and that it's not the most offensive thing here, I'll remove it.
You don't own me.
But I'm Gerald, and I can always have just what I want.
Anyone know the original song?
You don't own me. You don't own me. I'm not just one of your many toys. Don't tell me what to say when I go out with you.
I actually kind of like Say Grace's vocal performance here. Like, it's kind of like the original song. It's similar to it, but it's got this like darker feeling to it. G-Eazy's just awful.
Boss, if you don't know, she could never ever be a broke.
G-Eazy ruins this.
No, well goddamn, she said come over and see it for yourself. She's the one, smoke with her until the when she told me she ain't never ever gonna be on.
I'm free, and I love to be free.
Say Grace saves the song, but it is abysmal. I personally hate that sample. I think it sounds terrible. Objectively, it's nowhere near the worst on this playlist though. I actually think this is a pretty good song. I just want you to listen closely and tell me if you notice anything. I don't think they were able to get a clean a cappella. As soon as his voice ends, you could hear the clipping pretty obviously. Now, listen closely to the instrumentation of the What Is Love.
Don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me.
I don't know, that's probably just like a nitpick that nobody else cares about.
Maria, Maria, she remind me of West Side. Maria, Maria.
I just want to apologize real quick to DJ Khaled.
She living the life just like a movie star.
64 million streams. Well, that was awful.
She's got me like na 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 na. I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend.
Heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend.
Heard it from another, you've been messing around.
I think this was like one of Pitbull's last hits. This is a 2 out of 10. It's gone. You brought Britney out of retirement for this? This is more shameless than anything. It's a cash grab. But hey, there's worse. If I move this on to round 2, some people are gonna be so mad. Because so many people love this album. That's just not a good sample though. I mean, this is chaotic. I think this song has like an average score of 91 out of 100 on Album of the Year. I'll just say I personally disagree and we'll end it there.
No slack, and luckily the seats go back. I got a night to relax in my mind. You know it's a hit when I go. Jason Derulo.
Well, that was ultimate cringe.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see wiggle wiggle, for sure. It makes me want to dribble.
I could go all into the lore of this song, why it exists, why it went viral on TikTok, why Jason Derulo hopped onto it, and why this makes Savage Love seem not like a desperate attempt at virality, because in that case, what the fuck is this? This is like 10 steps below that.
He said one day you'll leave this world behind. I lost my good boy, I lost a couple members. So live a life you will remember. My niggas riding if you've only wonder guys. My father told me when I was just a child. You better hide, you better stay inside, cause we're coming for you. These are the nights that never die. My father told me.
When a sample I don't think is obvious, I'll try to play it, but surely I've missed a few, so if I did, just comment below.
See, I really into the verbal. My broski strap no die.
The only reason I'm removing this is because there's other UK drill where the samples are worse. Like for instance, this.
Be so quick to walk away. Are you dumb or something? Don't be so quick to walk away. It's me. Don't walk away. Come on, stay with me. I've got the maddest flavors. It's gonna save your day.
This is a perfect example. It's going through.
With Veronica late last night, you had a bit of Eleanor on the side.
Little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side.
Hitting on Bianca, are you dumb?
The interpolation isn't even the worst part of the song. I think it actually kind of makes sense in the context of the song and is kind of in spirit of what the original song is. It's just that the song goes so off the deep end after the interpolation.
I'm the psychopath. I'm the psychopath. You say how much you respect women, but I'm only human.
I got murder on my mind.
Hold that you're digging.
But with Emily all my life. AK-47s, Machiavelli, glossing out.
Let's just call this song a 1.4 out of 10 and leave it at that.
I am a lost boy from Neverland.
It's the Vine Peter Pan fanfic song.
When we're from, you don't ever make it out. Always up to some.
This is not the music that gets you out, but Flavors is still worse.
It's not about winning, it's about fun.
What's that? You is for you and me, gonna sit that way to the end.
Not enough people remember that this album exists, okay?
And it's for nothing ever come between us, yeah.
Love is for friends who do stuff together.
It's a fucking homicide.
But I'm only human.
I got murder on my mind.
What I will say about this though is at the very least, this was actually made for a SpongeBob movie. This wasn't like somebody organically being like, hey, let's sample the Barney theme. Like, this is officially part of the album for the movie. So it has a reason to exist, and that's the only thing that's sparing it. They sampled the SpongeBob theme song, and they made it good. It's a miracle.
Hey, big racks, I need that to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right.
This one is the inexcusable one of the three. All I'm gonna say is I hope that they got paid well, because this is so embarrassing for them.
Stand up, hands up.
Hey!
Don't give up.
Boom!
I'm chilling with Patrick the captain. Get in the check and I'm getting the plunder.
Better have gotten the check.
Hello, Mrs. Pop. Why me drop the top and bikini bottom? Square where they Patrick and Sandy.
Spoiler alert, that is not the last time that we will see SpongeBob being sampled today. You're hearing this correctly. The Cash Me Outside remix guy, he had the bright idea to take Fergie's national anthem, you know, the infamous viral clip of her awfully singing the national anthem, and said, hey, let me remix that.
By the dawn's early light, stars that stars
You just gotta love the look on these people's faces, as you can tell they're trying so hard not to laugh. Let's see this guy remix this. Free me! Congratulations, it's over. Well, that was the longest minute of my life. On the contrary, this is one of the hardest songs Cardi B's ever dropped. And I don't care how much you hate me for saying that. It's just true.
Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus! Coronavirus! I'm telling you, shit is real! Shit is getting real!
Hold up. Chef's kiss. I have no criticisms.
Do that dick, hang low. If it do, I want some more. Can you shove it in my guts? Can I put it in?
Hey guys, can you tell that these last two videos have broken me? Is it not painfully obvious? Do I need to make it more clear?
Do it still got the skin? Do I pull it back or no? I'm a nasty motherfucker.
Guys, this is what Sexy Red sounds like to me. I don't want to see any Sexy Red defenders anymore. And if you do, send them this song.
Oh, honey, I'll do anything for you.
I officially hate Black Mirror for making me listen to 9 Inch Nails and actually liking the original songs. A lot of people really did not like this episode where Miley Cyrus basically plays this pop star who turns into this doll which has sentience, and it's an interesting episode. The point is, there's two of these songs. I think this is kind of a bop.
See me dancing on the stage that I built.
See the animal in his cage that you
So in the context of the episode, the Ashley O character, Miley Cyrus, is like having this weird breakdown, barely conscious or something. You know, she makes real music, which in this episode is rock music or whatever. And then this AI machine turns that into marketable pop music. Not super happy with the message that this kind of music is slop and inauthentic.
find yourself afraid to see.
I think they did a pretty good job with this. Now, it looks like we're done, right? But we're not. We're done with all the songs that are available on Spotify. Here are the songs that are not. Yep, that's right. This is Logic singing over the beat to Billie Jean.
Related to this bullshit that they spit, claiming that they made it similar to an 8 guard, cause I can't.
Claiming that they made it? Did you make Billie Jean?
I guess I'm ahead of my time when it comes to the rhyme. You can catch me in the booth from dusk to the sun up. That Super Mario flow, I always get the one up.
Super Mario flow.
Looking for a deal, you can call me Indy, Hannah Jones.
The audacity to just have some of the corniest lines of all time while you're rapping over Billie Jean.
Going on an MJB, leave me alone. This is music. Who are you to tell me how to use it?
And he sounds so defensive too. That's the thing. Like, he knows that this is like this blasphemous thing, but he just doesn't care. He's like, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna make my statement. And congratulations, Logic. The song certainly does exist.
Maybe I'm a little psycho for hopping on the beat, but the logical part of me telling me you feel a beat.
Well, guess what? You're free to use this beat, and I'm free to clown on you for it. How's that? Is that a fair trade?
Believe it or not, this is a remix.
Do you guys not know about this? Look at the comments. I like how the first thing he says basically amounts to, I swear I didn't steal this. So this is an officially not cleared remix of Will.i.am's song, I Got It From My Mama, using the instrumental of Around the World by Daft Punk.
This is a remix. This is a remix.
I got it the first time he said it. Still doesn't make it true. It's just a poorly made mashup.
I got it from my mama.
Oh, baby.
I got it from my mama.
Oh, to be a good girl and thank your mama. She made you seeming like a sauna.
This is so bad they had to remove it from streaming services, by the way. The beautiful thing is that I don't understand a word of what he's saying, and it doesn't matter! Like, they literally just fucking spam that shit. No care or reason.
And
Without me even having to say anything.
They never used to call back, now don't call back. And revenge, what you call that?
So this song is called Fuck Me Baby.
But I'm almost famous, so fuck me baby.
Ugh.
But here's my number, so call me maybe.
Now I'm in your city, getting domed up by your lady. Yeah, bitch.
This sounds like something that Brad would make, ironically.
20, bitch, I'm 20 years old, doing shows across the globe, fucking Justin Bieber hoes.
How'd that work out for you, dude? This was made in 2012. The beautiful thing about time passing is that, actually, wait, that's actually not that bad. So now we know what this dude became, and we could just oppose that to his cringy past.
Accomplish my goals, hi Selena. Can you and I whip it in your Beamer? Tell Justin, but I bet your TMZ will. Now that's swaggy. And if you still try to hate, you can lick my balls. Tell me how that shit tastes. Ah!
Dude seems like he's matured past this, and good for him. Some of you are screaming at the screen right now, I could just tell.
Well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically, our marriage is saved.
Watch out, cause I just might take your bitch to Hot Topic, yeah.
How long did it take you to come up with these genius lyrics?
I'm a hot topic, yeah. Money started coming, I ain't got no plan on stopping. Yeah. I just want the top, no 21 pilots. Nah, stopping, nah.
Did y'all see that?
Nah.
Alright, you definitely saw it that time. That's one way to end your song.
Hey.
You guys remember my shiny teeth and me from the Fairly Odd Parents?
When I'm feeling lonely, sad as I can be.
My shiny teeth and me, bitch. White, gold, Asia.
So, every single one of these songs that aren't on streaming services, they're not on streaming for a reason. That's the theme today.
Pop rose, pop rose.
Your ears are not deceiving you.
Niggas show hate, period. It's like they all pregnant, they late, period.
That is Drake, Champagne Poppy, Mr. Not Like Us.
Say that shit in person, man, I wish y'all would.
Singing Pop Champagne.
Pop rose, oh, pop rose, oh. If your beat gets released, then I'ma take it. If your girl is a freak, then I'm a favorite. Been around the world, all girls like fly dudes. Need more girls, gon' call my manager. Everything I want, don't mess my order up. And the ass on point, so my homie bought her up. Coochie in the Gucci Scully.
Like, if I were to eliminate this in round one, there would be riots. I can't do it. This is 303 on a Careless Whisper cover.
So unsure as I take your hand. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty fate of God. No.
You're absolutely correct, because there's no fucking way I'm dancing to this shit.
I know you're not a fool. I should the way I dance with you.
How are you gonna say that when this song is giving me nothing to dance to? If you play this at the club, everybody would leave. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment from this. They're trying so hard, too. They're trying so hard.
Pain is a lawyer boy. I should've known better than to cheat a friend. So I'm never gonna dance again. The way
This is the version of the song for people who don't have sex.
Slow down. You know that I don't dance, but you insist to take my hands. I don't dance no more, and I ain't leaving my apartment. And every model in the pool hall's drinking. I turn the jukebox on.
let the music seem so loud.
I hate myself.
Another
Alright, free me from this.
You let me violate you.
After hearing this, 9 Inch Nails fans, Miley Cyrus did nothing wrong.
I wanna fuck you like an animal.
Just like animals.
I wanna fuck you like an animal. Help me turn my race.
Alright, let's move on.
Yeah, we back again. Throw a hashtag in front of that trend.
I used to have 2 girlfriends, now I got none. 'Cause
could spend all day roasting these lyrics, but the important thing that matters is that this Kendrick Lamar beat makes the song more listenable.
I used to have 2 girlfriends, now I got none. Sorry, gotta do this here, but you hang with dicks like a pubic hair.
This is just uninteresting. At least I care about this, right? These guys are like the living embodiment of CN Real. Dude, what would happen if we sampled a Kendrick Lamar song?
It ain't over to the fat lady sings and Adele ain't on this track.
All right, that's enough for me.
Light me up, put me on top. It's la 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 la.
Christmas is ruined.
Yes, everybody knows we will take off our clothes.
I know a lot of gay men who make music and think that their music sounds like Lady Gaga, but their music specifically sounds like this song right here. I'm not naming names, I'm just letting you know that those people exist. I love Lady Gaga, but this is like by far the worst thing she's ever done, and it's not even close. This song is the reason I'm not allowed to pick the Christmas music at our house anymore. Oh, that's too funny.
I'm an ABG and I'm getting it poppin'. I be doing too much and I'm never gonna stop it. It could be the dead of winter, but I'm keeping it hot. Yeah, I'm such a lady, but I'm dancing like a whore. I don't give a.
This is like a combination of a Demon Dice, Trap Bunny Bubbles, and like a G6. All combined into this one song. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, and that's how I find all of these songs. Not all of them, some of them I just know, but all right, look at this here. Songs that sampled like a G6. You got your Man in Finance, Megan Thee Stallion Freestyle, and then you got this thing here. And this was approximately the exact moment when I decided that this was gonna be in the video. Well, folks, now you've seen a little bit too much of my creative process. Apparently this samples Elvis Presley. And look, now that you fully know my secrets,
You can't help falling in love with you.
the worst part is that I like a lot of these guys' songs, okay? This entire album is the most generic music you've never heard.
Every hour, every bit, and I hit it in the morning.
I see your pain.
And we can start it up again.
And it's got bangers in there. This is one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life.
Cause I just wanna have your cake, and I wanna eat it too. I got the flowers on a Tuesday, and you know I did it just because it's Tuesday. Let's stay on and watch a movie.
You look at don't see no one else.
What is that beat?
Falling in love with you. I'm falling.
I have no words. None.
I like it in the city.
You know what? This samples Adele. I'll give this one a pass. Feels good to finally eliminate something. Nice try. Next time, record on something better than an iPhone 3S.
My mama don't like you and she likes everyone.
I mean, these are big names too.
Lo respeto, me llama cuando quiere y te lo.
Alright, well, we finally got actual good vocal quality. This is even worse than that 6ix9ine song. It's worse than this.
Mr. Worldwide, I'm self-made, I'm self-paid, I'm from Miami-Dade, Mount San Chick.
That is Pitbull on the beat of the Harlem Shake. Now, apparently this is a diss track to Lil Wayne, but honestly, I couldn't give two shits. It's Pitbull rapping on the Harlem Shake.
Welcome to Dade County. Welcome to Dade County. Has Barack Obama, he'll bet the White House on me.
You sure about that, dude?
Moral of the story, don't where you eat.
Well done, Pitbull. Well fucking done.
Swimming through the void, we hear the word.
When you choose something to cover, it's got to be a band you respect.
Moments before disaster.
We are the ones who want to play.
Does he have like a sore throat? Alright, let me listen to the original.
We're one in the river and one again after the fall. You wanna lose, always wanna play, but you never wanna lose.
Oh, that sounded like off key. I have no attachment to the original song and I find that offensive.
Lose ourselves, then we find it all.
The instrumental isn't bad, at least.
Holy shit. You gotta do that in concert. That works.
No, it does not.
Easy friend, but you have a clue. You hang me out to dry.
Alright, moving on.
Cause baby tonight, the creeper's trying to steal.
So we back in the mind, side to side, side to side. I feel dead inside now. Trying to bridge my body. I can never forget girls for tonight. Why? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't hate this. This is iconic.
This is my home now. I can live a happy life
Oh
here.
yeah, did y'all hear about this?
That's Bart.
I'm gonna need to give you some context in case you guys don't know what Planet of the Bass is. This is a parody of 1990's Eurodance. So The Simpsons decided, hey, we have an episode coming up where Homer is gonna be in the EU, so let's make a parody of the parody song.
Here in Euroland, extra money, not change hand. Flat price.
Sir, can't you see? Let's look. Can't you see? And they pay us enough. That's money instead of having to rely on tips, which also reduces income.
Look, does this count? I don't know. I don't know if this counts, but I don't care. And they don't get a pass for just being in an animated TV show when this exists.
But I'm man enough to say to you, I'm a virgin.
This is a hit single.
And backup house style. It's mad, sexy, equitable.
15, 20, 22. Don't give us more math to do when you in little EU.
Heard about this from Twitter, and it didn't disappoint.
Say what you want, cause I'm certainly not boring. I hang out with Bear in the kitchen every day. We really like it here.
Look, I included everything. No stone was left unturned for this. And yet still I couldn't get to 200 songs. I tried, people.
Really happy with this teddy bear. His evil teddy bear.
Orange Nyanya style.
Wanted to get anywhere. We can make a deal. We'll make something. Myself, I got nothing to prove. Working it besides San Jose Child Development Center.
If it wasn't for Brad making me listen to the Shoo Shoo album, I would have disregarded this. I would have trashed this, and I still think it's horrible. But I'm going to remove it, partly because I'm desperate to do so. And also because it's just not for me. But I do want to say, amazing suggestion, 10 out of 10. If the competition wasn't so strong, this would have done very well. When he said working up... Look, somebody recommended this to me. Unfortunately, I am not educated enough about this to properly comment on it. I mean, the singing is at least well done. There's so much music I got nothing to say about. I'm so sorry to the person who suggested this and probably was waiting the whole video for me to say something.
Cheesy rat! Cheesy rat!
Please don't make me defend 6ix9ine. Whatever you're about to do, don't make me do it.
You mad! You mad!
I picked the wrong day to wear a rainbow shirt.
Bang bang, take him off the map. Use a little dick nigga, use a snitch nigga. Is you dumb? Bitch, is you stupid?
You've really messed up because this should be the easiest W ever. You shouldn't even have to try to make 6ix9ine look like a clown. He does that to himself. But somehow, you wound up looking like the clown here. How does that happen?
Use a snitch nigga.
Can she say that?
Narcolepsy, you like it like that, like it like that.
The thing that really surprises me the most about this is why the comments are so positive. I'm removing this for the simple reason of it's not as bad as some of the other covers I've heard. Louis Capaldi can sing. He has a weird voice, but he has talent.
I still got them double thick thighs, French fries. I get down and gobble gobble up with my booty.
Somehow, the Cheesy Rat song is worse than this.
Man, my shit be going off, off. The early in the morning. I never felt so motherfucking important, man. My shit be going on. 7:45 on a weekday. If I ain't got your number locked in, you can be expecting a text that say, who this? Your name and your email in this bitch, and let's do this. I keep them androids hating on me. Team iPhone.
I just want to know where these people get these ideas from. No amount of autotune can save this.
No, I wanted none of this shit. You see some problems and run from the shit.
What was even the purpose? Oh my god, I'm sick of this. This is one of the worst things of all time, but at least this was made specifically for the commercial. It's not even worthy of my attention.
Bitch, I'ma walk down like a hawk up off a wheelchair. Down, on my ass pussy cause they queef, they just shoot air.
Is this the guy who like collaborated with Lil Pump? Cause I can tell.
You would not believe your eyes if I let these bullets fly.
Originality is dead.
And I knock down every up inside.
And the song's already over. Well, at least she got it over with. I'm about to add something on the screen so you can see the lyrics, because even though this isn't English, it's exactly what you think it is. It's Fortnite, it's TikTok, and it's the fucking Black Parade. This might just be worse than the Steve Aoki remix. Boomer Remover. I'm convinced at this point that this video was a mistake. Why should I just edit and subject myself to all this? Why should I do it? You better be fucking subscribed if you're watching this far. I'm sorry. This is the shit I have to deal with.
Yeah, I'm penetrating, I'm getting big, yeah, I'm stimulated. They say she young, I should've waited. She a big girl dog when she stimulated.
Well, I'm officially disgusted. Look, I'm being honest, the only reason this is included is because you guys just had to see the Go Animate music video.
Let me spread it in the morning like Philly cream cheese, God bless me. It's
If you wanna be with me, I'm cheating.
got me crazy. Everywhere that she kisses, she tell me
Yeah, everything about this sucks. Sorry. So that song, as far as I'm aware, doesn't have any sample at all. I put that on here because the real song isn't available on streaming services or YouTube. It's on here purely because of memory.
My pussy wetter than
The internet can forget, but I never will.
I'm your SpongeBob and you're my Patrick. Other niggas want this. Barnacles, yeah, I'm insane like plankton. I'm so off the chain. My pussy wetter than SpongeBob. Damn. Yeah. My pussy wetter than We flipping Krabby Patties out here with Cheeky Sandy. I call you Patrick Star, cause baby you my star.
Definitely put a lot of thought into these lyrics. Well, that's moving on.
Tell me what's the deal, does it sound fair?
Tell me how's it feel sitting up there.
If things aren't right, would you still be my homie?
Feeling so high, but too far away to hold me.
If I wasn't clear, would you phone me?
Thinking you could live without me.
When it's me and I might, man, I get deep thoughts. Contemplating if love is a thought. So darling, would you really take advantage of me?
Just so you could take advantage of me.
Does it sound fair? If things aren't right, would you still be my homie?
Now, how are the comments gassing this shit up? What a banger. This needs to be on streaming services. We're listening to the same thing, right?
Cause it takes two to carry all the big things. It takes two to end up with a shiny ring.
Anyone remember this? This is like a Target commercial with Lil Yachty and Carly Rae Jepsen.
It takes two to make a thing go right. Now look what you made me do. You and me, baby, it takes two.
This isn't moving on to round 2.
Buy that merch, buy that
merch.
That's the lyrical content to the song. That's all it amounts to. Buy my merch!
All I want for Christmas is that Jake Paul merch. All I want for Christmas is a Jake Paul shirt. Fanjoy.co/Jake Paul. Spend $100, free shipping, y'all.
Fanjoy to the world, my merch has come.
He literally just does not care. Guys, there has never been a cash grab more blatant than this. And believe me, I've seen my fair share of cash grabs.
You mean like at Universal Studios? Cha-ching.
Ah, the good old days of YouTube.
Roll up to the party with my crazy pink wig.
Yes, this counts. I don't care.
But I can't get through the door because my booty's too big. Dude, are you crazy? I think that's a tranny. What? Check her out. Dude, you can see it popping out. I am 30 and I'm wearing a tutu of candy. This video is fucking racist to paying these Asian chicks to dance behind me. We want to kill ourselves.
What's ironic is, like these comments are saying, people did not find the original song racist, at least not in Japan. But in your so-called criticism of racism, you managed to say the most racist shit imaginable.
Did I mention that I'm 30? Yes, I'm fucking 30.
Ah, the passage of time. Dude had one fucking joke, and it wasn't even funny.
Ching chong wong, ching chong dong ding dong. That means go buy my new song. Ding ding wang wang ding 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 chi. That means holy shit, I'm 30. Oh my god, I'm fucking 30. Oh my god, I'm 30. I like to make my eyes all Japanesey. Ching out chow chi don't chi. Hey there, Miley, are you jelly jelly?
The world only needs one stupid, crazy, talentless whore, and that's me! Yay! Whoa!
This dude, he was one of the most popular YouTubers in the world.
Need more victimization.
Yeah, I bet you didn't think of this, but this technically counts.
This is pandering like hell.
Look, there's so much that I could say about this, but there are so many video essays that tear this apart that I'm just more inclined to just tell you to watch one of those. I mean, his commentary, it literally just amounts to, lol, school sucks. Like, there's a legitimate message in the original song, and he just shits on that.
LOL, so school sucks. Grow a damn pair of balls.
This is the worst thing the Nostalgia Critic's ever done, and I've read the Google Doc. But guys, he's just showing appreciation.
Back then it was the sex and drugs.
Come on.
Right now I don't need any of that fucking stuff.
I'm in love with your body, in love with you, baby.
GoTA hasn't released any music since the song came out, which was forever ago, let me remind you. But these people, they just won't let it stand there. They're dedicated to attempt to ruin this.
Right now I think I need somebody that I trust, yeah.
I'm just happy that we're almost done here today. We got one final song.
Listen up. Bop it, twist it, pull my tits. Smack my ass, don't be a bitch. Bop it.
Oh!
Twist it.
Oh!
High score. Bop it, twist it, pull my tits.
Bop it, twist it, pull it, shout it. Yow! Oh! Yow! Oh! High score.
In case you weren't aware of what bop it was, this sample's a fucking toy.
Bop it now, I'm leaving the villa. I'm loving. I'm going to sleep.
And that's exactly how I feel now that we're finally done. So we started off with over 180 songs. Unfortunately, we only narrowed it down to 99. Here's what I'm gonna do. We have 99 songs. I'm gonna try to get them to 64. And then I think I'm going to create a bracket. Not to steal the whole hive mind thing, but someone suggested it. We're just gonna try it out and see how that works. The only reason I'm doing it is because if I don't, I'm genuinely gonna have to go through 10 rounds. And I don't feel like doing that today. So I filmed this video a few weeks ago, and that unfortunately means that there's a handful of songs that people suggested that weren't able to make it a contention, but I still want to go over them real quick before we get into round 2. I'm sorry, it's like somebody heard the Weatherman and was like, yep, that's the next big thing. Sea shanty EDM, that's the future, people. The drunken sailor. The drunken sailor. Oh, this sounds like it's trying to go viral on TikTok so hard.
Yeah, you bring a friend, we can stay up late till early in the morning.
This is like a 0 out of 10.
I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Me be treated like a punk, yeah, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking.
So apparently the actual artist Coolio approved this.
Let's spend it most their lives living in the gangsters. Keep spending most our
Punk goes home.
lives. Look at the situation.
Yeah, this one also sucks. And the last one I literally just discovered right now.
I board a private plane.
I walk a lonely road.
That's the only flight I've ever known.
The only one that I have ever known.
Sometimes I don't share, I smoke alone.
This wouldn't have made it past round 1, but I had to share this. All right, and with that out of the way, let's get to round 2. So after a lot of deliberation, I decided which 35 songs I was eliminating to create the final 64 bracket. All right, the first song I'm eliminating is Talk Facts, and the reason I'm doing this is purely because this J Rilla version is basically just a worse version of the same song. I'm also removing the Auto Blue remix because it's funny that this happened, but I don't think the actual song is as bad as some of the others on this playlist. I'm also getting rid of Selfish because outside of the Africa sample, it just sounds like every other typical standard EDM pop song. I'm removing Like Taylor Swift because at the end of the day, this is just a child showcasing her love for her favorite artist. I can't get too mad at this. I'm getting rid of Outside because it's not really that memorable.
My mama don't like you, and trust me, I know she don't.
So this song is awful, but I'm removing it simply for the premise that big, giant artists sampled the same song, and the result of that was just way worse. I'm removing Give Me a Light by Ice Spice because in context with the other songs in this playlist, it's not that offensive. I'm removing Heroin by Billy Idol, and if I don't know that much context, it's not that unlistenable.
Hey, kid, book couple shoes on me.
I'm getting rid of a New Age Chimp Skylark because really, it's not the most offensive thing here. I'm getting rid of Genie because the music video is by far the most offensive thing about this song.
Bop me, bitch.
I'm getting rid of Bop It, 1, because nobody's heard of the song or cares about it, and 2, because it's just people trying some weird concept.
Yeah, I'm such a lady, but I'm dancing like a whore.
I'm getting rid of this song for the same reason. There's another song that samples like a G6, much worse than this.
My shit be going up, going up.
I'm getting rid of Going Off by T-Pain. I don't know, it's just kind of like a novelty. I'm getting rid of Check Me Out by Shane Dawson because at least that one's memeable. It's only a minute long. The Hello Kitty one is just 2.5 minutes of just pure racism. So I'm removing Unsteady because outside of that horrible pitched up vocal, there's really nothing noticeable, noteworthy, or really that bad about this song.
Miss you, meet you, where you been?
I'm gonna remove Blank Space by I Prevail because clearly they tried really hard on this and I can see it. They actually did a really good job, especially compared to some of the other covers that we've seen attempted here. I have to remove Paparazzi by Kim Dracula too. I'm to the point where I need to make cuts.
I fell in love with you.
Back to Me by Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign, same thing. It sucks because I feel like that deserves to go through. It's a weird sample from a movie, but in the same time, it also feels very Kanye.
Sipping on gin and juice.
I'm also removing Gin and Juice by Hardy because at least he kind of tries to do his own thing.
Some red wine.
I'm removing Jiggle Jiggle. I think Jason Derulo's presence improves the song, but that's mostly because it wasn't even really a song beforehand. Move It is also awful, but there's other songs on the playlist that do the same sort of thing, but in a way more offensive way.
Pop Rose.
I also, unfortunately, have to remove Pop Rose. I know Drake on Pop Champagne on its own is just one of the most shocking things you'll ever hear. But compared to Supermodel Baby, that's just the worst version of the song.
I'm almost famous.
I'm also getting rid of Huey Max Call Me Maybe. Just seems like a cringy thing this kid did in college. I'm also getting rid of cheesy rap because is this person even trying to be a rapper? Who even knows? At least she has the right message. She just executed it in the most awful way possible. It's awful for that context, but I have to say, the song itself, when you listen to it, isn't really that bad. Like, if you just ignore the story and hear this on its own.
Watch out, cause I just might take you bitch to Hot Topic, yeah.
So I'm removing Hot Topic because there's time in whatever this is, okay? It's 1 minute and 23 seconds, and it leaves an impact on you.
If I let these bullets
I'm removing this song because the other song that samples Fireflies is just worse than this, and there can only be one.
You can catch me in the booth from dusk to the sun up.
I'm also removing this song by Logic because despite the fact that it is just such a jarring sample and he kind of tries to justify it, the actual rapping isn't bad at all. It's just more of the audacity to even try something like this. I'm removing Simpsons Planet of the Bass because it's basically just cringe. It's not really like offensive or anything.
My mind is fucked, it will never be the same.
I've also got to remove Glad You Came because I just have to be honest. It's probably one of the most popular ones to hate, but I don't think it's the worst.
Can't try to push through the red light, everyone shot.
I'm also removing Gangnam Style because it's really just about the sample at that point. The song itself is just your standard drill, trap, whatever.
Bang, bang, na 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 na.
I'm also removing Bang Bang for the same reason. Not super offensive, just the sample is baffling. All right, we only got 3 more songs to remove before the bracket, and I think I've decided which ones. I'm gonna remove Are You Gone Already?
You booked the flight in 3 days.
It's truly abysmal, but it really is just When the Party's Over by Billie Eilish. The second song I'm gonna remove is Perfect. And surely it hurts to cut something like this so close to the top 64. There's just worse offenders here. And then the final song that I have to remove.
Exactly what you do.
It's She Looks Like Sex by Your Favorite Martian. I don't even know if this really counts. It's more like a remix than anything. So there we have it. 45 songs that are on Spotify and 19 that aren't. That brings us to the top 64. And now I'm gonna create the bracket. I'm gonna manually put songs next to each other that I think have the most in common. And it'll basically be 1v1 showdowns until the end. All right, I set up the bracket and now we're ready to start with the top 64. Our first matchup is Walk One Delilah versus Old Town Road.
Walk on Delilah, what's it like in Toronto City?
Alright, already Walk One Delilah, a favorite to win the whole thing. Old Town Road. The screaming is obnoxious, but it's really obvious that Walk One Delilah has to be the one that moves on here. Walk One Delilah is the first song in the top 32. All right, up next we have Man in Finance versus Birthday Suit.
For a man in finance, dress fun, 6'5", blue eyes.
The usage of Like a G6 is so lazy, and it literally is just a TikTok sound, but it's competing against Birthday Suit.
Yeah, I know we're both thinking I wanna get you in your.
Already we're in a tough matchup here. I kind of want to let Birthday Suit move on, but the officially released version is an improvement. And Man in Finance is just so lazy and beneath an artist, even someone like David Guetta, who's released countless of these Interpolations songs. So that means Birthday Suit is out, and Man in Finance is moving on to the top 32. Up next, we have Alibi versus Butterflies.
You better run and hide, baby. I know where you were last night.
So with Alibi, the sample is more offensive there. Using Gangster's Paradise is just blasphemous. And I mean, the guy recently passed away too. It's so bad. That being said, it sounds kind of like a normal-ish song. Butterflies, I have absolutely no attachment to the original song from, I think, the early 2000s, late 90s. But Gail's rendition of it is just so terrible that it absolutely transcends that. I'm offended for a song that I don't even like. And for that reason, I'm gonna have to eliminate Alibi. A little bit earlier than I expected it to go, but you know, it's a tough matchup. Up next we have Fuck It and Little Boo Thing.
Watch it, turn it, leave it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it.
You my little boo thing, so I'll give a hoot what you do say.
See, this is so tough because Little Boo Thing is bad in the generic corporate ad sense, whereas Fuck It is just baffling. I think Fuck It is the worst song, but I have to give Little Boo Thing props because for being as big as it is one of the most insufferable songs that I've heard in a while. Fuck It is just next level. I think it's worse than My Body. So Fuck It is moving on to the top 32. Up next, we have Crank It versus Psycho Killer. Yeah, Miley Cyrus's cover is nowhere near as offensive as whatever that Crank That cover was. I apologize to Soulja Boy. He didn't deserve the hate, obviously. Up next, we have Supermodel Baby versus Walk in the Spot.
Oh, supermodel baby, no, yeah.
No, this is genuinely worse than Pop Champagne. The high-pitched vocals are annoying, but this song really gives us nothing of substance here. I think Supermodel Baby's the one that has to move on. Supermodel Baby's going into the top 32. Up next, we have, oh no, this is a nightmare mashup. Oh no. I love how he's just sampling this classic song, and he's just like, the Xanax, the lean. But the question is, which of these butchered the Black Parade worse? They're both awful, but they're awful in such different ways. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I have to get rid of the Steve Aoki remix because I found something worse. It's just worse. I'm sorry. Up next, we got Something for the DJs versus What's Love Got to Do with It.
If you're sexy and you know it, clap your hands.
This song has over 250 million streams. It's 10 times worse than I remembered it being. Something for the DJs is kind of like Ratchet by Borgore. But it's the less worse version of that, even though it's probably my least favorite Pitbull song. I have to give it to What's Love Got to Do with It, and that's surprising. I did not expect that one to win, but it's going through. All right, up next we have Lazarus versus Closer, so this is gonna be fun.
Look up here, I'm in heaven.
Yeah, that was such a bafflingly awful decision. It's as bad as everyone said it was. It's just hard to listen to. It's so tone deaf. It's so insensitive. Like, why would you cover that song?
You let me violate you.
See, in comparison, this Maroon 5 cover, it's not offensive at the same level. Like, the worst criticism you can levy at this is, oh, this totally like misses the point or the tone of the original song. It's not like offensive purely for its existence. It's just, oh, that's a weird cover. I have to give it to Lazarus. All right, up next we got Follow Me Down versus Stalking You.
We sing, na 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 na. So follow me down, can't keep making up stories.
So Follow Me Down has these abysmal verses, which are just the na 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 taunt, and it's probably the worst 303 song. But then we have Stalking You, which is just one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life. The thing with Stalking You though is the sample or the interpolation only makes up like a small portion of the song. Most of the issues that I have with the song is just its weird premise. I guess it's not like true stalking if it's just, I watch your Instagram, but it's just such a silly thing to base a song off of. This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna send Follow Me Down through, but honestly, it could have gone either way. All right, what's next? I'm sorry, that sample usage is, that's something. All right, let's see what it's competing against. As baffling as that Angry Birds remix, whatever that was, it's more listenable than the Katy Perry one. So that's what's going through. All right, we got Couldn't Care Less and So Ratchet.
We out tonight to let it all go. First one's there and the last one's home. Do all the things we
This Cotton Eye Joe interpolation is just not it.
That's So Ratchet. Let's go take some shots.
I'm gonna advance Couldn't Care Less. This So Ratchet song was made by an absolute nobody. And it's just a bizarre choice to use that. But then again, turning Cotton Eye Joe into whatever they did with it, I feel like that's somehow worse. Couldn't Care Less is moving on. All right, up next we have Fergie's National Anthem versus Cash Me Outside. Now this is barely even a song. Yeah, Fergie's national anthem is moving on. 1 million people stream this. Up next, I put these two because they're both phone related. This one because it sounds like it was recorded off of a cell phone. I'm sorry, there's no way that's official. I mean, it is. It is official. That's so bad. See, when I was making the playlist, I was like, okay, this has got to be one of the worst ones. When I found it, I was like, okay, this is going far. But I might actually have to eliminate it. I am so freaking shocked. It's such a shame, too. It's such a shame. All right, now we got the Christmas songs.
All I want for Christmas is a Jake Paul shirt.
Light me up, put me on top.
You know, back in 2017, on my old channel, Lucid Reviews, I did a top 12 worst Christmas songs video. Nobody watched it, but I'm looking back and I'm like, I want to tell my past self, like, you should have put this on there. You should have put Jake Paul on there. Those were such obvious inclusions. Because these are like the 2 worst Christmas songs of all time. You can't convince me otherwise. I mean, there's literally a song called Santa Claus Has Got the AIDS. But that song is not as bad as these, okay? Guys, I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you. I have to give it to Jake Paul. I mean, using a Christmas song as nothing but a merch ploy. That is so shameless. I mean, that Lady Gaga song was cringe, sexual. But I have to say, Jake Paul, you outdid yourself. All right, we got the SpongeBob theme songs coming up next. Krabby Step versus SpongeBob.
To the right, you're the best.
I mean, sorry, that yay in the chorus. I think that does it for me. They're both awful, but I have to keep the other SpongeBob song.
My pussy wetter than
because I think I'd be more embarrassed to listen to that one. All right, up next we have Oppie Day versus Not Your Barbie Girl.
Make the ops run, put the hands up when I play my drum.
Not your Barbie girl, I'm living in my own world.
Oppie Day is significantly worse. At least Not Your Barbie Girl tries to have a positive message. Like, I could see what it was going for. And Oppie Day is just, I don't even know what Oppie Day is. Let's moving on to the top 32. All right, up next we have Drew Taggart Lied to Us versus I Can't Help.
Don't let me down when we go out. If I could take this.
By the way, this has 1 million streams. I mean, every line is a classic. It's all bangers. Super memorable. Super why is this even a thing? Like, it's weird because the guy has like 7,000 monthly listeners, but it's very clear that he's talented at production. Like, you hear this and you think, oh, somebody put a lot of time behind this. And I know the lore behind this song, okay? So the Chainsmokers, they saw this and they were like, wow, this is cool. Let's use it. And then the Chainsmokers later just kind of ghosted him. They never winded up doing anything with it, probably because after a while they were like, yeah, this is kind of cringeworthy. We're just not, nah. And then he just kept messaging them. It's like, hey, are you guys gonna use the song like you said? Are you gonna make like a TikTok about it? And they couldn't even fucking be bothered to do that. So this is sipping for the fucking Chainsmokers, playing into AJR-esque nostalgia. It is a glorious song. Oh, it's incredible in all the worst ways. I mean, this is really bad too. The high-pitched vocals, the interpolation of I Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. I mean, would you even know that that's what it was? Because that's what it is, okay? I have it on good authority that that's what they're doing here. But yeah, it's gotta go. Drew Taggart Lied to Us is moving on to the top 32. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. We got We Need More Victimization versus Hello Kitty.
I am 30 and I'm wearing a tutu of candy.
See, I think this is a good mashup because both of these are kind of like mocking the original song, kind of missing the point of the original song. You know, the product of what they're doing is just so much worse. See, as like a YouTuber who makes music, these are like caution tales of what not to do.
LOL, so school sucks. Grow a damn pair of balls.
I can't believe I'm doing it. I can't believe I'm getting rid of a classic so early. I just think that that Shane Dawson song is worse. Now granted, it's making fun of a song that is already awful, but it's so bad that it makes the song look good in comparison. I mean, it makes the original Hello Kitty look like a masterpiece. Like, it's not hard, you know, when you're making fun of like something that people love to like piss people off. And this, I don't mean to downplay just how shit this whole freaking album is, let alone this one song, but it really is an accomplishment to take a song that people already hate and make people defend it because of how stupid your criticisms are. Hello Kitty is moving on. All right, we got Mockingbird versus Booty.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Everything's gonna be alright.
It just keeps getting worse as the song goes on. All right, let's go to Booty.
Who else throw it back like what else make a man?
As much as I'm not a fan of Saucy Santana and that Booty song, that Mockingbird cover is something else, which is why it's moving on to the top 32. Up next, we got We Didn't Start the Fire versus Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Oklahoma City bomb, Kurt Cobain, Pokemon, Tiger Woods.
I mean, these lyrics are just like, you're listing off just a bunch of random pop culture shit. I'm gonna have to give it to We Didn't Start the Fire. Smells Like Teen Spirit is at least somewhat listenable. We Didn't Start the Fire, I mean, I put it as my worst hit song of 2023 for a reason. All right, we got Skittles and Let's Take a Shot.
I can't believe my eyes. Girl, you have the thickest thighs.
I mean, this guy's voice is just not good. That's what the song opens with.
Everybody say hey, yeah, yeah.
Mr. Worldwide. I mean, this is too fun. I like this, okay? It's so stupid. It's gone. Maybe that's an upset. All right, now I got Somebody I Used to Drill versus Complicated.
Back then it was the sex and drugs.
Awful. Drill was a mistake.
I see the way you're acting like somebody else, getting me frustrated.
I see, this is also awful. I mean, these are both like 0 out of 10s. You know, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I think Complicated has to go through. We got another upset. I was not expecting that to go out so early, but Complicated, I mean, it just took the whole song. It was worse the second time around. All right, now we got Bad Feeling versus Too Late.
Nobody do. I got a bad feeling about you.
You're too late, you're too late, you're too late, you're too late.
Too Late was a great suggestion, but Bad Feeling is something else. I mean, it's the freaking Oompa Loompa song. All right, up next we got Flavors versus Sound Fair.
Be so quick to walk away. Are you dumb or something?
Yeah, this is like the worst of the UK drill samples.
Things aren't right, would you still be my homie? Regardless, it don't matter.
I mean, this is also like a 0, but I think I want Flavors to be the one representing. So Flavors is moving on. Up next we got Hang Low versus Witch Doctor.
Do that dick hang low? If it do, I want some more. Do it still got the skin?
Sexy Red off Wish. I mean, this is absolutely awful audio torture, but it is an annoying kids song in an annoying kids movie. I have to move on, Hang Low. Let's go into the top 32. Up next, we got the Cursed mashup. You can just look at the titles of these two songs. I don't feel like saying them. One of them's going. It's crazy because every mashup feels like a top 8, top 16 mashup, but that's just because all of these songs are so bad.
And I'm putting in, I'm penetrating, I'm getting big, I'm stimulated.
I just cannot get over the fact that the song he sampled is called Children. I can't get over that. This goes on for 5 minutes. I feel like there's just so little of the original song left in, whereas with the Tyga song, you're just left to sit on that for the entire duration of the song. It's a tough choice, but Stimulated's moving on. All right, up next we got Ocean to Ocean versus When Love Sucks.
Gonna take a love to drag me away from you.
I stand corrected, this is the worst Pitbull song.
Then it's not so bad.
My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Ocean to Ocean. That's just a laughable song all the way through. In comparison, the Jason Derulo one just isn't that bad. All right, Ocean to Ocean going in the top 32. Up next, we have About a Girl versus Aerials. And look, I put these two together because they're both very similar.
Life is a waterfall. Hang me out to dry.
I'm sorry, okay. Machine Gun Kelly's cover was not the best, but Howard Stern seemed to think it was okay, and it seems more listenable. This is like unlistenable. I mean, anybody could tell you, the people sitting in that room could tell you, that vocal delivery is one of the worst I've ever heard in my life, and for that reason, About a Girl has to be the winner. Up next, we have the annoying Orange versus Pitbull on the Harlem Shake.
In the kitchen every day, we really like it here.
We do?
We're having fun times every
Look, okay, these Gangnam Style parodies are all over YouTube, and this is probably the most popular one, and it's the worst one simultaneously. Like, okay, we can make fun of Skibbity Toilet all we want, but is this any better? Can you look at me in the eye with a straight face and tell me that this is any better than Skibbity Toilet? You can't. It's impossible.
Welcome to Dade County. Welcome to Dade County.
I mean, this sounds like a poor fan-made mashup, but no, that's the original song. This is so bad. Annoying Orange is just worse. All right, now we got Careless Whisper versus The World Is Yours to Take.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty fate of God. No.
Look, I'm proud of even myself for finding this one, okay? I mean, this is a future classic. I had to make y'all aware of this because if I did it, someone else was eventually gonna find it. This is a train wreck. All right, what's the poor song that has to face off against this?
Somebody pass me a Budweiser cold one. I wanna rule the world, I can't hold you.
I mean, it is another really bad one. This got clowned by everybody and deservingly so, but the Careless Whisper is just on another level, unfortunately. And it's gonna move on to the top 32. All right, final mashup is between Say My Name and 2002.
Say my name. Ain't gotta say I love you just because I fucked you.
Yeah, I've hated this thing for years.
Oops, I got 99 problems singing ba ba ba. Hold up.
That chorus is so, I mean, it just hits you one after the other. Hold up. 1.5 billion streams for this shit. I didn't know this song was that popular. What? I guess Say My Name has got to go. All right, so 2002 is the 32nd and final song in the next round. So now we're just gonna do this. And boom, it's like they were never even there. The end is in sight, people. Top 32. The winners of the last round are gonna face off against each other. And it goes until there's only one left. All right, I'm looking at these mashups, and I'm not kidding you when I tell you that like 80% of these are bad enough to win the whole thing. Let's start with our first matchup, which is Wagwan Delilah versus Man in Finance.
Wagwan Delilah, can you school me from the mall? The pack came from Bree.
Yeah, this is like unprofessional. It's so bad that it sounds like AI, and that's an overused term, but like this just doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem like something that Drake would stoop to. And Drake has stooped down. Like, I mean, we're talking about this is a time where people are clowning on him for everything, okay? Even then, even with this context, this is still something people wouldn't believe that Drake would actually do.
I'm looking for a man in finance.
The Man in Finance remix, like that's just shamelessly trying to cash in on a TikTok trend. I can at least understand why it exists, whereas Wagwan Delilah, that song wasn't like relevant at the time. That song didn't have a resurgence. It's just there. Wagwan Delilah moves on to the top 16. Not really surprising. Up next we have Butterflies versus Fuck It.
Fuck it, feel it, zip and zip it. Fuck it, feel it, zip and zip it.
I'm gonna have to give it to Fuck It. That entire album is filled with trash, interpolations, and samples. Butterflies is just uniquely bad on the Barbie soundtrack, where it doesn't even belong, by the way. I don't know what that has to do with the movie. I don't even think it was featured in the movie, but this just stands on its own. Fuck It in the top 16. Up next, we have Crank That versus Supermodel Baby. Here's another nightmare mashup already in the top 32.
Soldier boy up in the zone. You see me in the club, I be drinking. All these girls say they models and I'm like, baby.
I'm gonna have to give it to Crank That. I really thought Supermodel Baby was at least gonna go top 8. I thought that that was a shoo-in, but Crank That really surprised me. It's just constant screaming. And even if you like that sort of thing, it's done in the worst way imaginable. All right, up next we got...
Ei balletti di Fortnite, nei video su TikTok.
All right, we got that versus What's Love Got to Do with This?
What's love got to do?
This is laughable, but unfortunately, I have to give it to the Ballad of Gucci and Fortnite and a TikTok. Up next, we have Lazarus versus Follow Me Down.
Look up here, man, I'm in danger.
Yeah, Lazarus has got to go through. That's a pretty easy decision there. The 303 song is bad, but it's nowhere near as blasphemous as Lazarus is. All right. Alright, we're talking about worst samples. That fireworks sample is one of the worst. That's competing against Couldn't Care Less. Couldn't Care Less so much deserves to be in the top 16, but that fireworks sample is too much. It's like a jump scare. Alright, up next we have Fergie's National Anthem versus, I don't want to say the Spanish stuff in case I get it wrong. I'm gonna have to move on Fergie's National Anthem. The voicemail thing is something, but Fergie's National Anthem remix, that shouldn't even exist. That idea on its own is just, it's a no for me, which means it's moving on. All I Want for Christmas versus SpongeBob.
Free shipping, y'all. Go tell your mama she gotta buy it all.
I mean it with no exaggeration when I say that that is the whole point of this song. That is the whole lyrical content you're getting here.
My pussy wetter than SpongeBob.
Yeah, Jake Paul's moving on. I mean, at least Princess Vitara had the courtesy to delete that song out of existence. This is still public on Jake Paul's channel. I mean, come on. Delete this. Makes you look so bad. All right, up next we have Oppie Day versus Drew Taggart Lied to Us. This is gonna be a tough one.
These hoes be so fake. I'm tired of getting played. I just need a switch.
See, the thing about Oppie Day is it's so bad, but it's so fun at the same time. Like, it comes to the point where it's so bad it becomes enjoyable, that you just love how bad it is. Like, I love that this song exists. I can't even deny that.
I thought I'd be driving a Rover. Guess what? I'm older now.
I think this song is gonna pull the upset and take Oppie Day out of this bracket. All right, up next we got Hello Kitty versus Mockingbird.
That means, holy shit, I'm 30. Holy shit, I'm 30.
Now hush, little baby, don't you cry. Everything's gonna be alright.
All right, Mockingbird is moving on. That Shane Dawson song is so racist. But yeah, somehow Mockingbird found a way. All right, up next we have We Didn't Start the Fire versus Skittles.
You won't believe your eyes when you see us inside.
Another great find for me because Skittles is moving on. We Didn't Start the Fire. Just, it lists a bunch of stuff, but I'm sorry, that Skittles song it's something. I don't know what I stumbled into. All I know is I'm not foolish enough to take a bite out of that. All right, up next we have Complicated versus Bad Feelings.
Lay back, it's all been done before. And I don't know, dude. I got a bad feeling about you.
I'm sorry, I just have to show you guys something real quick. Average score, 4 out of 100. The fact that my rating is the 4th highest rating of this song says all you need to know. Well, I tend to agree with the crowd on this one. Complicated is out, Bad Feelings moving on to the top 16. Up next we have Flavors versus Hang Low.
Don't walk away. Come on, stay with me. No, I got you.
Now this is like Deji bad.
Do that dick, hang low. If it do, I want some more. Can you shove it in my guts? Can I put it in?
See, both of these are very strong contenders, but I think I have to give it to Flavors. Both of them are abysmal, but I think that one takes the cake. Not a delicious cake, very bad flavors, but you know, it had that vile, putrid taste to it, if you know what I'm saying. All right, up next we got Stimulated versus Ocean to Ocean.
Why the fuck you so opinionated? Saying how you do it, but ain't did it, baby.
This is the only song here that I think the person who made it should go to jail for making the song.
There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do.
Like, Ocean to Ocean's really bad. It's extremely goofy, but I have to give it to Stimulated. Up next we have About a Girl versus Orange Nanya Style.
Orange Nanya Style.
About a Girl, that's worse than a cringe song that's trying to be annoying and succeeds. So About a Girl is moving on to the top 16. Up next we have Careless Whisper versus 2002. All right, this is probably the easiest matchup of the entire round. 2002, you know, it barely scraped its way onto here. Careless Whisper, I mean, that could just very well win the whole thing. All right, now we are in the top 16, and you know what that means we can do? All right, look at this. There's not many songs left. This video is so insane that the bracket, just to even make it to the bracket, is round 3, okay? I know y'all like Hive Mind, and they're cool, and I like their stuff, okay? This is kind of similar to what they do, but to even qualify for the bracket, you have to get through 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? I find so many bad songs. If we look at the bracket, we can see it's a visualization of just what each song has had to get through to get to this point. So many classics, so many, you know, serious contenders were shockingly eliminated early on. This is all that's left. All right, so our first matchup is Wagwan Delilah versus Fuck It.
I'm 2,000 kilometers away, but girl, tonight you look so bad.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, fax, rename it.
As much as I hate Fuck It, it's obvious Wagwan Delilah has to move on. It's probably the only easy mashup that we're gonna deal with here. Up next we have Craig That versus, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that.
And we got a new song beyond called the Soldier Boys.
This genuinely could be a final 2 matchup right here. I mean, these both seem like they could be winners on a lesser bracket, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Genius annotation. Let's translate this. The song represents an ironic future point of view of the current generation in which today's youth fashions are nostalgically remembered, expensive clothes at the hedonism of trap lyrics, the video game Fortnite with its viral dances, the TikTok application, and the substances used by oh my god. Rappers often mentioned in the song. So this is basically just making fun of, like, imagine, you know, if we remembered all of these things as nostalgic in the future. Okay, see, I'm understanding this song, but the problem is the more I understand it, the worse it becomes. The more reasons I have to hate it. I think the album is called Boomer Remover. I don't know, after a while, I think the yelling just gets numb to me, so I guess I'm getting rid of Crank That. All right, up next, we have Lazarus versus another foreign song.
I've got scars,
I truly think that this song is just so despicable. I do not even want to give it attention or time of day. I mean, I know G-Eazy's doing just fine. I'm not delusional enough to think that my video's gonna send people over his way or anything. As bad as that firework sample is, I have to send Lazarus through. It has to move on. All right, up next we got Fergie's National Anthem versus All I Want for Christmas.
Enjoy to the world, merge has come.
I think I'm gonna have to eliminate Jake Paul here. At least I can understand the motivations for All I Want for Christmas, right? He wants to sell t-shirts or whatever. Fergie's National Anthem, who even comes up with that? Who even sits down and thinks of that idea? I mean, you guys know me, I have some crazy ideas, okay? I am telling you that I have no idea how somebody could think of that. That's not a good thing. All right, let's see what's up next.
You know I would go back to 2016 and never come.
I mean, at least with this song, there is good production to it. Like, I could see how somebody could like it at least. Yeah, I think I'm sending Mockingbird through. It truly makes a mocking of that track. I'm so funny, aren't I? It's funny. It's like, literally, I got comments on the first video being like, oh my god, you guys, you're so funny. And then you watch the next video and it's like, yep, Mockingbird really making a mocking of that track. I think I'm making you guys regret subscribing to me. I hope you're enjoying the video, by the way. Seriously, if you're not subscribed, do it if you made it this far. Mockingbird moves on to the top 8. Up next, we have Skittles versus Bad Feeling.
I got a bad feeling about you, bad feeling, bad feeling.
I'm gonna move on Bad Feeling. As much as I hate Skittles, it just feels right. That song feels like it deserves to move on. Although I gotta say, it is fitting that they're both candy themed and they managed to be put against each other. That was pure coincidence there. All right, Bad Feeling moves on to the top 8. Up next we have Flavors versus Stimulated.
I let you finish later. Why the fuck you so opinionated?
All right, for my own sanity and because I genuinely feel this way, Stimulated is gone. Flavors manages to outdo it, so congratulations to that. The sample is much more noticeable there, whereas with Stimulated, kind of have to do some research, and once you do the research, it's like shocking, and it's like, oh my gosh, but you have to do no research to hear Flavors and just know that that's one of the worst things you ever heard in your life. So final match is between About a Girl and Careless Whisper.
Keep on, stay with you. Gonna dance again. Guilty feet of God.
All right, so this one is purely personal preference here because I think objectively About a Girl is worse. Now I'm going to explain my reasoning. About a Girl, you know, it's a live session. It was never officially released. This was recorded in a studio. You know, they touched it up, they added some effects to it, they polished it, and it still sounds like this. Like I said, you know, a random like 12-year-old can horribly sing in their bedroom, and that could sound worse than any song here, but that's not gonna win my bracket here. So top 8, these are the final contenders here. All right, let's go. Wagwan Delilah versus the Butchering of the Black Parade.
Oh, don't you be acting mean.
All right, I'm eliminating Wagwan Delilah. I know, I'm surprised too, but it just has to. It has to move on. Up next, we got Lazarus versus Fergie's National Anthem. Oh, this is another like top 2 mashup here. Both of these could win.
I've got drama, it can't be stolen.
Okay, this should win. In all honesty, if somebody else was making this, I think this would win. And I totally understand it. 2 reasons. One, that would be a bummer, you know? That would really put a really dark ending to this video, and that's not really what I'm looking for here. And second of all, this next song is... I mean, I can't even describe how garbage this is. I mean, if it's beating Lazarus by G-Eazy, you know it has to be. I mean, that's probably the biggest upset of the whole tournament, let's be real. All right, Mockingbird versus Bad Feeling.
I told you that he's here to hold you through the night.
I don't know, dude. I got a bad feeling about you. Bad feeling.
It cannot go further. It's awful TikTok cringe, but I think Mockingbird takes the cake. In this case, the early bird took the worm, and I've got a bad feeling about how this is gonna go. All right, we got Flavors versus Careless Whisper, competing for the last spot in the top 4.
Be so quick to walk away. Are you dumb or something?
All right, I have to base this decision based on what song I think can win more. As bad as Flavors is, I'm gonna have to go with Careless Whisper on this one. And then there were 4. All right, first match, we got Black Parade versus Fergie's National Anthem. I have to get rid of Black Parade. That Fergie's National Anthem song has to be the worst thing I've heard in my entire life. All right, and what will face off against it? Will it be Mockingbird or Careless Whisper?
Crazy, pretty baby, but I promise, Mom, it's gonna be alright.
Everyone is watching me and I don't dance no more.
All right, so I'm eliminating Mockingbird. This Black Parade song gets 3rd place, just so you know. Mockingbird is getting 4th place. I'm really proud of this final 2 here. I mean, both of these songs have a sense of lack of professionalism. I think I'm gonna give Lazarus 5th place, Wagwan Delilah gets 6th place, Flavors gets 7th place, and Bad Feeling gets 8th. 9th place I'll give to Crank That, and 10th place I'll give to About a Girl, so that you guys officially have a top 10. I could do a full ranking if you guys want, at least to the top 64, or maybe the whole thing, I don't know. Deciding a winner.
I think your pussy's broken.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet of God.
At least Careless Whisper had the courtesy to not go on streaming services. You know what? It's settled. Fergie's National Anthem is gonna pull a surprise win here. And here's the full bracket. I can link that in the description, as well as the playlist that I used to make this video. I've officially done it. Fergie's National Anthem is the worst sample of all time. I mean, it's so funny because you could actually even argue that the original performance of the national anthem on its own counts as a sample and could have been featured on this playlist. But somebody decided to take it, a whole step further and remixed that, turned it into their own song, got 1 million streams on the whole thing, and yeah, they created the biggest abomination my ears have ever had to suffer through. But the question is, can I make it even worse abomination? Because that's right, this video isn't over. I challenged myself to make my own song with the worst sample I could possibly imagine. Except, plot twist, I didn't just make one, I didn't make two, I didn't even make three. I made 4 of them. And no AI vocals this time around. I'm actually singing on these tracks and writing the vocal melody. First song I created samples Fact by Eminem. I could theoretically see somebody sample this chorus and make a decent song out of it. Run, 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 run. Tonight I'm gonna run, run. One drink, you said, 'cause you are not a friend. This is the end. You cannot come. It's gotta sound like a generic song, okay? So everybody don't stop the party. It won't be enough without me. Guys, it's coming, okay? It's coming. Wait, just wait. It all ends tonight. I am done. You were my #1. So let's have fun. Tonight I'm gonna run. So the point of this project was to basically make songs that sound like they would fit perfectly on this playlist. Hopefully this song sounds just professional enough that like if you heard this in the wild, you would think it was like a legit song. You know what I'm saying? You're the one. This night has just begun. Just like the sun. Tonight I'm gonna run, 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 run. See, at this point, I just had fun, okay? This next song samples Don't Wake Me Up by Chris Brown, and I think I did something with it, you know? Never get enough of me, but if you go, so don't wake me up, don't wake me up. Don't wake me up! This next song is called I Don't Care, and it samples Straight White Male by Tom McDonald. Taking another part of me, oh, like you lifted me up. Oh, you said you were nobody, and now you want my body. I don't care, yeah, you say what you want, put your hands in the air, but baby, I don't care.
When they face, yes, I'm just feeling great.
You don't care, eh, 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 you don't care, eh. Alright, the final song is called Where Do I Start? And it samples Earth by Little Dicky. Give me another chance, give me another dance. You rack my plans, all in a glance. Say you're good enough, you're the one. What is a mistake goes down today. Because it wasn't right. I didn't notice you got me blind and broke my heart. Stop the night. You left me homeless. It's time to find. Where do I start? I'm actually super proud of this project. I feel like I perfectly replicated that feeling I'm looking for. I completed 4 songs. The goal is to make this a full mixtape that has 10 songs in it. That's not gonna come out till later this year, but I wanted to release this, kind of give you a taste, you know, because if you're thinking to yourself after listening to 183 of the worst samples of all time that you wanted more, well, that's exactly what I've given you. So anyway, you can listen to the full EP on my second channel. This video was insane. So I know you guys said I needed a break last time. Well, I'm taking taking a break, finally. It was overdue. The next video I'm uploading onto this channel is going to be me road tripping across the entire United States. That is what I did almost immediately after I released the first video. It was great. It was beautiful. Go watch that video. It's really fast paced like these videos are. I'm trying something different here. So let me know what you think when that video comes out. And at the end of it, I have a sneak peek about the future of this channel. I have a few really cool surprises in that video. And once you watch it, you'll know like what's coming up for the rest of 2024 on my channel. I just want this to be the start of something. If you like this video, please subscribe, like the video, watch all the way to the end. This really helps me with the channel. Share this around, send it to people, anybody, because if this video doesn't get 10,000 views, I'm not making a third one of these, and I want to make more of these. I just need to know that there's going to be enough views and enough income to really justify me doing this, because like I said, these take a lot of work. I just need to know that you guys are appreciating this. Yeah, depending on how this video performs, I have other ideas that I could do in this series, but at the same time, there's so many awful songs that I've done here. I can only really make a few. So the channel's moving forward. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. It's Rose Mulet, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I got a bunch of shit on my ass. How did I get all of this shit on my ass? Can you see if I have some shit on my ass?
Chris Hansen here. I have a message for you, Rose Mulet. Thank you for the wonderful entertainment you have provided us with. I'm gonna need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rose
Mulet.
Warning, very sad. Why don't I have 1 million subs yet? This isn't fair, give me subs. If you wanted sandwiches, you could have just asked. Or you could subscribe to Rose Mulet's channel. I think I'll take the sandwiches.
Is this really what you wanted, what you wanted? Give me everything and treat me like it's nothing. Is it nothing? It's the party in the Illuminati. If you really think it's